everybody? Welcome back to another Shatterdaze with Venom 420. I am Venom 420, and you are in the drone zone. No, I don't know. Hopefully everyone's doing well. It's another day, another week, another month, another year. Michael J, it's going down. Smoking J's, doing our thing. Mickey D, hey buddy. Stacy, everybody's in this shit all quick. That's good. Good to see everybody. Yes, and I have a cat with me as well. So Ziggy says hello to you just as quick as anybody can say hello to him. Shit's been okay. Me and Mickey D got some skating in this morning pretty early. Nice dead skate park. Good times. I only fell a couple of times. It was great. But thanks everybody for joining in. Hopefully you guys are doing good. We're going to just start it off with a spin on the wheel of dabs because it's been a minute. Jason, you as well. He's awesome. Yes, Ziggy does his thing. He's crashed the fuck out right now. Right there. Spicy. Haven't caught one in a while. Mom got cancer. I got some strange autoimmune disorder. And I got some strange autoimmune disorder that no one can figure out. Been stressed. No shit. I remember the year my father passed away, my mom also got cancer. My mom got an 8-pound tumor in her stomach. It ended up being benign and being able to be cut out, but I definitely feel you and understand how stressful that can be. Seems like this year just isn't letting up on any of us, huh? Much love and much condolences to you and to your mom. Because, yeah, fuck, dude. I know. Shit's crazy. Health is crazy. Family's crazy. When you got crazy shit going on with the health of your family, that's just whirlwind. So, yeah. Good thing we got weed every now and then, huh? Michael J, super fruity smell on the gushers. Not bad for some mids, $1.80 an ounce. So I was just talking with somebody. Someone was just messaging me on my on YouTube actually, and they actually worked at the place I buy from. I'm smoking some, not very well, some Obi-Wan from the green, the Mighty Tree. There you go. You can have some for the floor too. My cats will probably be playing with that shit. But for $80 an ounce, and it tastes really good. It's just these little tiny popcorn buds. That being said, I'm a broke. A broke what, you ask? I don't know. Find a rhyme. Joke? Bloke? It's Mickey D. I had so much fun skating this morning. Yes, good times. Haven't skated in such a long time. Michael J. Damn. See, $80 an ounce, and it's good. It's smokable. It's popcorn buds and mids, but I'm a thrifty fucking shopper, dude. I go to each dispensary, and I'm looking for two things. How cheap can I get hash? Even if I have to buy an ounce of it, how much can I get it down to? And I like to get it as close to $10 an ounce or $10 a gram as possible. And then pot, I don't like spending more than 100 because I don't have it. If I'm spending more than 100 an ounce, I really kick myself in the ass and feel like I should be growing again. Owen tuning in from the barn, the old barn. That's good. It's one cool thing to know that this room has expanded its fourth wall into the bedrooms and all over the country and in barns and mostly cell phones and toilets, but try not to think about that. So get on it. Michael J, you see, that's what I love. And you see, that's what I love. And looking for some great mids and getting some fire just to rotate and not mess up my tolerance so I can still get that heavy high if you feel me. I mean, I would smoke nothing but tops if I could, if I had the money, but usually this is kind of how it was before I was growing. So it's all kind of changing. Now I'd like to just grow all my own. And there's mids on every plant, you know. You got your literally the top buds is your top cola, and it gets the most sun, and it's the main stock, and it gets good. And then that kind of gets shittier and shittier as it goes down into your lower canopy. Um, that's how I would like to do it, and just smoke that. But sometimes I'll get like an ounce of this, half ounce of really good bud, they're top shelf, and then the rest in shatter, something like that. Mix it up. Um, I like to keep my body guessing, and doesn't know where it's going to get it next. I don't know. I've had some dispensaries where you get some bottom popcorn buds, and they are unsmokable and fucked. This one's very good, very tasty. It's all the luck of the draw and grow, and they change growers, and they change owners, and they change. That's why I don't have a lot of loyalty to any dispensary. First off, none of them will hire me, even though I give them this amazing resume of, hey, watch my show. I'll plug the shit out of your stuff. Although I don't know how many people. Well, imagine this. If I worked at a dispensary and told you which dispensary I worked at and said, hey, come on down, and if you mention my show, A, I'll be your bud tender, and B, I'll smoke with you, or I'll give you a discount or something stupid like that. Just tell my boss who sent you. Like I said, the thing is I found out from having enough friends who worked in the industry, it's just another retail job. You just are selling people a product. The only good thing is, I like a bud tender who actually smokes and knows their shit. A lot of the time, I know as much or more than the guy or gal working across the counter. Every now and then, it'll be some guy who's like, well, actually, the terpene profile of this is more than minty chocolate. And he's kind of, those people, there's a line, once you hit a certain line of it, you can't get douchey with it. So you got to be careful with that, too. All right. So back in the day, the way I used to do this show was I used to record it and then put it up on Saturdays. So I'd sometimes record it like Friday night, like at midnight. So technically it was Saturday, but I mean, real late. Record it and then spend the morning when I woke up, making the video, cutting it all up, and fucking putting it out, uploading it onto YouTube. I would do a little thing too where I'd have it so the first person to guess the comment section of what the next week's first spin was, they could win some shit. Anyway, that's why I have the wheel back here. Now the wheel is just what I'm going to dab out next. So we're going to do that right now. Spicy, I haven't smoked in weeks. My heart's been aching funny, so I'm nervous to get high, even though I need the relief. Yeah, well, there's a fine line with that, especially anxiety, and sometimes when you need it. Sometimes I don't want to get stoned. Can't tell if my cat's going crazy out there or what. It's not so much that I don't want to get stoned. It's that if pot's ever made you anxious even one time, it can kind of put a damper on how you look at it from that point on, where it's like, it could make me anxious again, and I don't want to make that worse. Anybody who's suffered with anxiety and that shit, which it seems like now everybody has, but for everybody who has, you do anything you can to avoid it. And there was a point in time where pot was making me very anxious, even though I think it was the surrounding circumstances that were building up to it. Pot seemed to be the catalyst. And a catalyst is something that increases the rate of something, but doesn't actually. It increases the speed of something, but not the rate. Where it was going to happen anyway. It's just it sends you there quicker, and then it disappears with no trace, but your symptoms are still there. And it did kind of do that for me for a while, and I don't know, it was just the tipping point, to the point where I'd hit a bowl one time, and I'd go through this like, I'm not okay. It sucks too. I don't wish anxiety on anybody, but I really don't wish it on people who smoke pot, because usually smoking pot's like your one relief. It's my one relief. And when that's taken away, there's not much to reach for. I reached for a bottle, and that's bad. Even though I'm not like a drunk, I still would be like, well, I just needed some beers in me every day. Give that a few years, and then alcoholism awaits. Spin the wheel. Spicy. I don't think I realize how anxious I've been. On top of all the health problems with my heart state being on. Wait. On top of all the health problems, when my heart starts beating on weed, I'm like, oh, nice, time to die. Yeah. So I have the same thing where it's my chest. I have a lot of people. My dad didn't have good heart. My grandfather died of a heart attack. His brother, so my great uncle, died of a heart attack. A lot of bad hearts and high cholesterol and all this shit. High blood pressure. Um, and I have an irregular heartbeat as well. I have an elongated QT syndrome, which is pretty nothingness, but sometimes you get pains in your chest. I swear, when you're having but during an anxiety attack, pains in your chest, in your heart, and you're like freaking out, and then you're like, oh, dude, it just makes it so bad. And sometimes the best thing you can do is not think about it too much, not worry about it. I heard this one guy who suffered like massive heart attacks, like fucking 10 or something, and he was only like 20. He just had massive heart problems. And he was talking about walking around all day. And he's like, all day long, I'm just kind of freaking out, waiting to feel him because he knows what the heart attack feels like after his 10th time or whatever. And he's like, I just wait for that feeling all day in fear. And it's kind of like destroyed this guy's life. He's like, he's like, that's what's killing me now is I'm so anxious from thinking I'm going to die from a heart attack. So the best thing you can do is find a way to get your mind off of it. Uh, you know, life is a real finicky thing. And the worst thing you can do is think about how quick it's going to fucking end because it's just a bad hole to dwell into. It doesn't produce much. You know what I mean? Most people, it just, it's debilitating. You can't do anything when you're constantly in that state of anxiety. Very few people, sometimes I'm like, well, I don't have much to go in life, So I'm like, so I better get on my shit. But what I realized is when I really have that thought in my head that I don't have much time left, it's not get shit done. It's relax. I need to enjoy this fucking moment. And sometimes I think I have a hard time doing that. Spicy. That's how I've been living. I'm so scared because I haven't found out what's wrong with me. So every second worry. And that's the thing too. And it makes the problem in on itself, like curl in on itself, where it's becoming the problem. And it's really hard to get out of that. It's the best thing for you. Yeah, at the same time, it just shows, you know, it's a weird thing having a body and flesh and bone because it's so goddamn fragile, and it's just feels like we're always walking on wires. Spicy. I was a heavy meth user. I'm obese and I have an autoimmune problems. Only 23. I just stay in bed all day. Well, I don't know, man. Uh, I know that meth sucks. I have smoked meth one time in one night, so maybe like 3 or 4 times. Hated it. I remember being pressured into it while playing Grand Theft Auto 2. It was the first one where it was 3D, and I thought it tasted like smoking plastic. At the time, I was a very hyper child, so I should have been smoking anything. But I was a very hyper child, and I remember being like, "This stuff is what madness feels like. This is madness, where I can't focus. Everything's fucked up." And fortunately, I didn't like it. But I've seen it fucking really ruin some lives around me, which is crazy to me. Okay, so I've never done heroin. The idea of heroin just being, it seems like it's like putting a black blanket, like fucking a foot thick on you and just wrapping yourself in. So you can't do anything, you can't feel anything, but it's very warm and nice. That's what's been described to me as. And it's like, I don't want that, but I get that. Meth users, that high just never appealed to me. No hard drug did. My life was ruined as a child. My parents split up from hard drugs. My dad died. Uh, it was just not a good start. So I was always very put off by them. But that being said, I still think they should be legal. The legality of it means maybe you could get some fucking pharmaceutical grade stuff. You want to know why methamphetamine's bad? Look at who made this shit. It was made by the Nazis to help uh, Hitler with his Parkinson's disease, to keep him from shaking. That's where they really developed it. And they'd slip it into his chocolates. The more you know. Fucking Nazis. I pretty much anything from the Nazis, you got a bad start with me. Fucking Krauts. Just joking. If you're German, I'm sorry that you are a bunch of Krauts. No, I'm just joking. I don't have anything against German people. Just Germany. No, I've never been to Germany. I heard they have nice castles. Spicy. Meth is a demon. I really wish I never touched it. I should have stuck with weed. It was much easier to hide and get meth than it was to get weed. And that's the thing. People call meth or call weed a gateway drug, and it's kind of not, but it kind of is. Smoking pot doesn't make you smoke another drug. But when you make one drug illegal, and you have to go to people who are getting illegal substances anyway, when you push them all in the same category, then it's easy to get one and then the other and then the other. Literally, it's the black market because you're getting it on the streets. That's one good thing about regulating it. That's why I said earlier, I don't think meth is good, but it should be legal. I don't think that fucking Drano should be drinking, but you can buy it. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of things. Anti-abortion, but I don't think that you should not have the choice. I'm very pro-choice. I just don't think you should go out and do it. And that's the thing is, realize that it's like just because you're pro-choice doesn't mean you're like, sweet, let's go get abortions. Come on, honey, we've been waiting such a long time. Let's kill our baby. And I'm like, no, it's for people who are in situations where there's many situations where living on this earth is not a good idea for a person because they're going to have to go through so much pain and heartache, fucked upness. People are like, oh, that's not right. I'm like, man, I wish I could do some late-term abortions to a lot of motherfuckers right now. Give me a goddamn fucking coat hanger and I will turn into the strangler in the Spicy. And once I did it was over. I shot it my second time, party over, no shit. But life goes on. I can't turn back time. No, but if you can say that you're not doing it now, that's fucking huge. Shooting things have always taken it to another level. Even if you came to me and be like, dude, I got this sweet hash. It is totally pot, totally normal, and it totally only needs to be shot up. I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. I don't even like a doctor touching me with a fucking needle, dude. Fuck that noise. I don't even have a fear of needles. I just don't like the idea of doing it that way. Mostly because it seems like it's such a direct way to do a drug that's like, yeah, of course you're going to have problems stopping that. You're shooting it into your goddamn bloodstream. I will say that anyone who is able to not only, even if you're able to just manage a drug habit, it takes a lot of willpower. And then to quit it, I think are some of the strongest people on the fucking planet. Because you live your whole life, and if you have a great life, fine, whatever. But if you've had a hard life, people are like, you're just doing drugs to escape. It's just a cheap escape. It's like, yes, motherfucker, it's a cheap escape, and I don't like it here, man. It's an easy out. And once you know that it's there, it's really hard to fucking shut the door. So, Bummy Banana, hey, it's been a minute. Cheers and stay high, my friend. Sage, yo, what up? What up, Sage? Good to talk to you. I told you I'd be on here tonight. Every Saturday, I do this. I fuck about. And about, I fuck. So spin the wheel, dabs, dab upon whatever the wheel lands on, because that's how the rules work. All right. But Spicy, much love to you and to everybody who's gotten over any addiction. I've gotten over a few. Fortunately, they weren't hard drugs, but I have gotten over a few things, mostly food related and diet related because of whatever. Ah, Sage, hell yeah, man, that's what's up. That piece is too nasty. This is a special piece for me for multiple reasons. I like it, but also it was confiscated from somebody who I cared about. And I knew I'd give it a better life than anyone else would. It's one of the few things I kind of stole. I also kind of bought it. So, whatever. I bought it for my ex-girlfriend. And when she left all the cool stuff like the bongs and whatever, you know. And at the time, I'm like, I'll give it all back. But after a while, I'm like, you know what? I bought this fucking thing and I love this fucking thing. Guess what? Mine. Details are not needed. Gotcha. Yeah, no shit. But it's true. I feel happy that I ganked it. It is. So this is one of the few times where I got really lucky buying Chinese knockoff bongs, which a lot of mine are. But this is probably the best functioning, nicest one that I don't know who they ripped off. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the time, those Chinese knockoffs go directly to an artist, copy their shit, and make it shitty. This one, I don't know. Feels like they kind of just went on their own and did their own thing. Being said, it landed on 7 of 10, a completely different bong. So let's grab that bong. Where is that bong? Too many bongs. Too many bongs on the dance floor. So we got. There we are. I should clean this guy too. Is he dirty? He's not too bad. All right. There we go. Sage, nice man. What do you like to talk about out here? Current world events, weed, etc. One nice thing about having your own show is you get to talk about whatever you want. Uh, I do. I talk about anything and everything. It usually starts off pretty straight, talking about how I'm doing this week, how you're doing this week, where my grow setup is doing, which is doing okay. I got some Northern Lights going, some grape ape, some citrix. The citrix is not looking well. It's a weird plant, very finicky, but it's pretty dope when it works. But as I take like 5 or 6 dabs, it starts getting a little strange. You know, self-transforming elf machine strange. So, but other than that, it's just hanging out. I've made a lot of good friends here who I talk to weekly. I've gone through some deep, dark times. I'm actually going through one right now because life sucks. But it's easy to forget about that shit when I'm hanging out, getting high, and talking with friends. And since the world sucks and it's hard to go out and make friends, even though I live like 2 minutes from like a fucking smoke shop and shit like that, that's just how it is. I just yap and yap and yap, which is something I don't have a problem with. See? Look at that shit. I won't butcher your name too bad, but much love from India. Much love, my friend. Like I was saying earlier, it's great to transmit into so many faraway places. Blow weed at it. But yes, man. No clue how to say your name. You know, I cook Indian food. I don't even know how to say the name of what I'm cooking, but I tell you what, I love it. Swear to God. All right. We're going to put some water in this bong with the spitty spin. Sandy, yo, Venom, and hi, everybody. Good on you. And spicy, and good on you, Spicy, for kicking meth. Yes, kick meth's ass. I would like to make a mascot of meth and then just beat it up. Sandy Venom, how are those clones you cut last week doing? They're doing great. So, like I said, I knew this was going to happen, which is why I took so many clones. I should pop them up, but they're all doing just fine. I might grab one while I fill up this water. The clones I took before that, I had a room going. I think I showed you guys my room. Camera. So I had this room going with these clones. Bam. There they are. So there's my 6 clones I put in. Those are 3 Citrix and 3 Grape Apes. They aren't looking so hot, especially those Citrix. That plant is fucked. I was talking with Billy Bong Thornton on here, and he was saying they don't like a lot of water, and that's true as fuck. I stopped watering them so much, and they did a lot better. But that's hard to do when they're fucking hydro. So I'm like, okay. But anyway, so I might have to take those 6 clones out of there because they haven't even grown any. They look like shit. The clones I cut last week look better. Anyway. Shit. Oh yeah, cube rolling. Dude, I feel like I'm gonna destroy that name. I fucking suck. But dude says, shot the bong once. Let's see the cube rolling. Well, there's the cube rolling. I'm going to fill this up. I'm going to grab at least 1 clone. And I'll show you the difference on how, well, I better not grab those Citrix clones because they got roots hanging out of them, but they aren't looking so hot. I will be right back with this thing. I'll be right back. All right. Well, I was going to grab those clones or even one of the clones, but it's too much of a pain in the ass. So we got this. The Borg Bong. It's spinning. It's spinning. And we got some member berries today. You member. This is actually really good wax. Champagne wax. I don't know if you can see that without me fucking knocking it all over again. But it's nice thick ass slab of some waxy wax. And we'll just put the big piece on the side on another piece of silicone so I don't get it everywhere. And we will dab that stuff. All right. Mickey D. Hey, sorry, my dad was still here and just left. Yeah, what the fuck? You tell your dad either, dab it or leave. Nothing really rhymes with dab it good that makes good sense there. But, figure it out. And, no, hell yeah, man. Leo. Good to have you here. Good to have everybody here. It is Shatterdaze, and that's what I do. Where's the fucking thing with the thingy? I gotta grab a banger too. Give me 1 second. 1 more second. And get your dabs ready. Oh, get this guy here. And we'll just steal that guy. All right. Yeah, now's a good time while I'm bullshitting. God damn it. I need my fucking torch. Well, what else am I going to forget? I'm taking a dab for you here. Yeah, you're probably going to get like 2 dabs in before I get this thing lit. Let me grab the torch, the thermometer. I got something to clean it. Anything else I need? I got a carb cap stuck to the banger. I won't use this. This one needs some cleaning too. All right. Anything else? It's a pair of lungs if you got it. Sage. Yep, I already got some Grandpa's secret stash. Yeah, I can't say that. Grandpa's secret stash. God, my list was starting to get in there. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Oh, and we're back. All right. Yeah, this member berry is damn good. Even though I've had some not so good member berry flowers in the past, this member berry wax, very good. Obi-Wan stuff is good. It's one thing I'll say about Mighty Tree. They're pretty fucking consistent. It's neat that you work there. Roland, hey everybody. Hope you have a fantastic stone day. Have a. I'm going to have a, although it's 6:30 where I'm at, so it's more of an evening at this point. Today was great. I caught up with Mickey D, who's over here on the chat if you're looking at it like I am. And then Roland. God, Ronald came out. Wait, he said Ronald. Yeah, see? Roland. See? It's close. Anyway, you too, buddy, says a goddamn dude from India who I can't say his name. You can spell it phonetically in English. I'll try. Otherwise, I don't know what to do there. I suck. And I'm so sorry. Say, so this is a question for after you dab, so let it sink in, okay? Which direction do you think humanity is headed towards? A transhumanism agenda, or the elimination of our species? So like becoming more human than human, expanding beyond it, or just destroying it? Well, that is the question, isn't it? Mickey D, hell yeah, we had a badass time skating. Yes, that. I'll contemplate the thought. Come back to it as I dab, because I have a lot of thoughts on that. But skating was amazing. Had I not been skating, I'd probably say we're all fucked. But no, I feel like it's not a guarantee, and I don't know exactly which way. I'm pretty pessimistic, actually, as to which way it'll probably go. But I feel like we have a lot on our shoulders in the sense that there's been so much brutality in our past, and we've done so much. I mean, as a human species, we've done some pretty horrific things that no other species has done. And now we're doing things that we don't even have words for, like planet genocide, like killing everything. Just, we're pretty much, we have the ability now and have had the ability to do those things. I feel like I said, we have the ability to still make amends for a lot of that. I feel like it's on all of our shoulders every day to do so. That being said, your question was, where do I think humanity is headed? Anymore, dude? I think I am headed to the mountains to get as far the fuck away from people as possible, if that answers that question, because I don't see good things. You know what I mean? I just, it's rough. But you know what? I've always managed to find good people, even in weird times. So, all right, let's do this. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yeah, it's a big one right there. Oh, that's the member berry. Ah. Ah. All right. Dude, I know it's hard to spell my name. It's hard to spell it. It's hard to say it, but I'm so sorry. I had a friend from India, and his last name was Batman Gild, and it was literally Batman with Gilgied, I believe it was Batman Gild, and we called him Batman because that's the best last name ever. Sandy, that's a Yep. Oh man, that stuff's pretty good though. I'll tell you what, there was a long time on the show I was smoking garbage can hash and just choking my way through these. But you do what you gotta do. It's all for the something. Norman Lear from All in the Family, who is 99 years old and wise. And when a dude makes it, that one's really over and next. The past is over and ahead of you is next. You're in the present between those two. Be calm and abide there. No shit. Uh, what is it? Where's fuck, I'm stoned now. Like I said, it's about to get weird. Now where's fucking I can't think of the dude from Ireland. Why am I fucking drawing a blank? He hasn't been here long enough. God damn it. Come on, Sandy. He's got the little holly head. He's our friend from fucking Ireland, and I'm a douchebag. Fucking. Anyway, he likes that show. And what I was gonna say is, there's a show we like, and it's called Liam. Yeah, goddamn. Liam's gonna kick my ass. Where is Liam? God damn it. Anyway, me and him connected on a Red Dwarf bit. He likes that, and it's one of my favorite shows. But the main dude on that show, at one point, sci-fi, he sees the older version of himself talking to the younger version of himself, and pretty much the gist of it was, it's like, everyone's born, and then you die. It's that little tiny bit in the middle called life, and that's the important part. Don't miss that. Don't worry about the rest. Liam, sorry, stoned, right? Right? Sorry, Liam, I'm sorry. I haven't seen you in a few weeks. If you're catching this, Sage, I think we're becoming more dependent on technology more so now than ever, more than ever. And they're already setting people up with neurochips. Hey, I don't know. I think the problem isn't technology. It's what we do with it. Technology is pretty blind. You can, put all the chips in the world in somebody. If it's an enhancement to them, then great, good for them. But if how easy is it to hack these things and to turn them into not so good? Spicy. Oh, controversial questions. What's your thoughts on the jab the jab mandates? Anyone checked out Bill Gates 060606 plan? No. It's for a microchip that uses your body to mine crypto. I'm a little lost on all that. But exactly. Humans have this weird God complex. Yeah, so like I said, I don't think it's the technology is the problem. It's that there's always a race between technology and ethics, and technology always wins. We make it, we do horrible things with it, and we're like, oh, not nuclear bombs, nuclear energy, clean. And it's like, yeah, it was too little, too late. But yeah. Sandy, okay. Oh, mandates. Oh, for the jab on the mandates, the penicillin. Penicillin. Yeah, for all those fucking STDs you guys have, you should kind of be forced to take that penicillin shot. I'm just saying. For anybody who's gotten 10 penicillin shots for sticking their dick in a sewer, I don't see what a vaccine's going to do to them, but that's just mine. There's only silence. If we don't stop COVID from mutating, we're all going to die, and that's simple. But that brings us back to the last question. Is it really kind of a bad? No, I do hope for the best, but you never know. We could live in a utopia with the tech we have nowadays. Pretty close. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, technology can be used for great things. I think the idea of virtual reality can be a great idea. I think that Terrence McKenna's idea of everybody living in a virtual, where we live in a place where we don't affect nature very wildly, like he didn't say this, but this is a great example. It's kind of like, everyone has the same electronic shitty car that's very bland and stupid. but you change a certain button, or and changing the going to your computer at night and changing what your car appears and how it drives is just a matter of virtual reality at some point if you're not actually doing anything. But then you might be actually turning into Wally, the Matrix style in the real world where you can't actually move. It's all a weird jumble of where that could go. Personally, I think that it's the world and the animals that are going to suffer. No matter what, I think humans will find a way to live. They say cockroaches will live through anything. They haven't seen what we've built in underground bunkers and shelters. We'll be the ones breeding the new type of cockroaches to come up and fucking survey the land before we get back up there and make sure it's okay. We're very, very keen on living and spreading ourselves throughout the galaxy. So I don't think we'll do that. I don't think we're going to exterminate ourselves. The problem is the people who live through a nuclear disaster. God, don't let me be an idiot. The people who live through nuclear disaster are going to be the rich douchebags anyway. You know what I mean? But anyway. But yes, I do agree with you, Spicy. I do feel like robo roaches, right? That's what we would do. We'd send something else out to the canary that shit. But we do live in a place where, and food and money and all that shit, if it was spread out evenly. See, that's the same thing with like communism. The idea is okay. Everyone gets a fair slice, and then somehow it turns into this fucked up dictatorship that's like, yeah, but this isn't fair. I don't know. It's not. Things on paper are great. Technology on paper is great. Our applications and how we use them on people are fucked up. Sage, also, I just got notified that Canada has banned gas cars. And also, did you guys see Joey from Slipknot passed away? Yeah, I did. And he definitely, the percussion in that band was huge. I actually was friends. I mean, friends of friends, and we hung out. We did hang out quite a bit on one at one point in time with the leads with Corey Taylor's cousin. He's somebody I know. Yeah. That being said, I haven't always been super close with that guy, and because of that, haven't always cared for Slipknot that insane. Plus, they just didn't hit me at the right time. At about that time that Slipknot was getting huge, I was a lot into pretty much rap. I'd say gangster rap and like ICP, some metal, but mostly classic rock at that point in time. I'd gotten in and out of phases, but right then I was probably into that more. I've gone through a lot of different music, not so much phases because I still like. There's not anything I've really thrown away from my past as far as what I liked. I haven't been like, how did I like this? On a lot of things I go back to, I can usually still remember it. That being said, in the last 2-3 years, I have given a lot more chances to Slipknot and a ton of bands that I had weird biases against that had nothing to do with the band. And like I said, musically, that was a big loss for them because percussion was huge. I don't know the dude who played the keg, but I'm guessing that he probably wouldn't have been as big of a loss musically, maybe emotionally, because that keg was pretty badass. Spicy. Capitalism is nice on paper. Communism is nice on paper, but certain humans don't know how to act once the systems get in place. Plus, anytime you set it up where somebody has some power, an inch of power will get you a mile of dictatorship. Unfortunately. Sandy, Canada's a banned new gas engine car sales by 2035, which is, I think that's fine. Like I said, I'm not against it. And you know what the thing is in here in America, everyone has this weird thing where they're like, you can't take away my freedom to burn gas in my whatever truck I want with that thing with the black thing that flaps open and makes me feel like a big man. If I want to do that, that's my choice. And it's like, yeah, I am all for your choice and shit like that. But how come weed is illegal? And you can fucking be like, better You can fucking throw the law in every which way, but I'm like, I'm all for freedoms and shit like that, but some things make more sense than others when you're starting to ban everything because there's a lot of illegal shit. I remember, there's just tons of shit. I'm like, every time you think of something like that, be like, well, what if I was a nudist and I would just want to walk around with my nuts hanging out all the time? And you'd be like, dude, I want to fucking see that. I'd be like, hey, it's America. Free fucking place. Like, Jesus, stop it, please. I'll be like, you're taking away my freedom. My freedom. And I'm like, yeah, there is no freedom. There's an illusion of freedom, and you can only push it so far. And people are all about it until it's their freedoms that are getting encroached on, and then suddenly everyone's fucking a victim. But how many people have been in jail for victimless crime? Spicy. 2035 seems impossibly far away, and at the same time, right in the next door. That's the scary thing to me. With the way the world feels, I'll be surprised if things are normal ever again. And it's a little too late to me. You know what I mean? We let this shit go on for such a long time. It's like I'm a bit pessimist. I feel like it's all or nothing. Either we just stop every type of polluting and just give up, hold hands, and say, you know what, we fucked up. Let's all clean the ocean and fix this shit. And I would love that to happen, but it's not going to happen. But there's a puppy, and that's even better. That's even better. Come here. I missed you so much. I missed the puppy so much. Look at that puppy. Look at that puppy. That puppy's my best friend. That puppy's my best friend, and you're wet. Has it been raining outside? I probably should have thought about that before giving you a full body hug, but I don't care. That's a damn good smelling dog, too. Even for being a wet dog. That dog just smells good. I don't know why. The dog smells like we bathed that dog. I mean, she goes out in the rain every now and then, but that's one nice thing. Anyway, whatever we were talking about is irrelevant. When the dog is here, when that dog is here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter. Ah. Whoa! Man, that carb cap got hot for me heating it up with the thing of the thing. Sage, normality is subjective. Normality is just what a bunch of assholes agree on. So the elites bending our will and the narrative is the day-to-day plan. Yeah, no shit. Well, this country was bought, sold, and whatever a long time ago. Regardless of what political faction you go under, regardless of what you do, I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, it's a little bleak, but try not to let it get me down too much. Honestly, sometimes I realize how petty I am when the shits I'm just bitching about my car and all this shit. Because I can't think about those big problems all the time. And I feel so far away from them. I feel like the only people who could really affect those are like, well, it's like if those problems really matter to you, then you should have gone to school for being, you should have found a way to go into office or some shit like that and been a political party member and campaigned and fucking really said your mind and this and that. I'm like, yeah, but all those people are assholes and they don't represent the vast majority of people who would never fucking do that. Most people hardly even vote because they're so disillusioned. So I'm like, and then the people who get into office don't even represent their fucking people very well. No, on either side of the party. So I think the people who really are winning are the lobbyists for America. Our fucking military complex is kicking ass. If you are in Boeing, you're doing pretty good. Aiden, Dan, YouTube. You came in here late, and you're walking around. I'm guessing came in here late, and you're walking around with your nuts out. Yeah, I'm guessing that was a good place to walk into. Sage, George Carlin said it best. We also wait. Well, also they operate on bias, no doubt. Yeah, George Carlin's cool. I definitely wish he was still around and he was my grandpa and we could talk all the time because he was amazing. But other than that, yeah, I just wish I could see some current stuff. I've been hearing a bunch of stuff that everyone says that he would bomb all the time, and then he'd come out with this amazing special, and then you'd go see him live, and he'd bomb and he'd bomb and he'd bomb, and I'm like, really? Seemed like he was one of the best comedians of all fucking time, but whatever. He's just, I love his shit. I've seen all of his stand-ups at least once. I've listened to every single one on tape and CD at least once, and sometimes multiple times. But after listening to him a few times and years of living in this fucked up world and becoming cynical myself, I'm like, oh man, I can't listen to this too much, man. He's right, but I'm like, he is like a grumpy old grandpa who's just he's great. Like I said, I would have loved if he would make new material. I'd definitely give all his new shit. I would have loved to hear what he had to say to Trump because I'm sure they would have butted heads in a comical way. Uh, and Biden, I think Carlin was very similar to me, where we're just very cynical and pessimistic and hate everybody. I've never had a president I really like. I mean, you can say Clinton seemed like a cool guy when I was a kid, but A, I was a kid, and B, he doesn't seem like a cool guy. So I don't know. Sage, he slipped in and out of depression, manic depression. Yeah, no shit. Spicy. Biden looks like he's finna die. Uh, he is an older man. Personally, I would love to have seen a younger president. You know, fuck, man. Why not? I don't think they do anything anyway, but fucking look pretty. So might as well. Look at me. I'm in a fucking big office. And I wear a fucking suit. Douchebags. I play golf all the time, and then I talk with fucking dictators, and they all kill people, and we trade money and oil, and it's great. Like, yeah, they're all douchebags. Fuck it. Might as well put a young one in there who can finish a goddamn speech. That's one thing. I didn't like a lot of people, but any president who's just able to get through a speech and not look like a complete douchebag in front of everybody, I'll go with him. Whatever. Fuck it. Spicy. I regret voting for him, to be honest. Neither was a good choice, and I was pressured to vote. Yeah. So Mickey D's told me today, and I thought it was a really good way he said it. He said, it's not an election, it's a selection. You can select between him, and they're already bought and paid for. So have fun. You want a candy bar? Here's 57 choices. That's a good George Carlin one. You you want cars? Here's 50 cars. You want fucking shampoos? Here's 100 shampoos. You want cereals? Here's a fucking 2 aisles of them. People to run this country? 2. And you don't like either of them, do you? I don't. Fucked up. Um, they all suck. But it is what it is. I don't know. I hope for the best, expect the worst. To be honest, yeah, yeah, it's all the same. It's not, but it is. I hope for the best. Let's get let's do another dab. That went well. I'm gonna spin this here wheel. This done here wheel. Oh, get the hair off of me for a second because it's fucking bothering me. And see what we're dabbing on. What went flying? Something went flying. All right. What we got? Oh, a 6-shooter. Haven't used that in a long time. Oh, wherever it is. Here it is. I just got a bunch of ISO, and I should be cleaning all my pieces here. Oh, so many pieces. All right, there we go. Bam. At least I was smart enough. Oh, Jesus, tagging in a little late. It's only 7. Normally, I'd just now be starting the stream. So, someone asked me, I think Dan again, Mickey D asked me, what time do I normally stream? And I'm like, really? And don't do this. Don't ever do that. Not a good idea. My goal is to start anywhere between 4:20 and 7:10. Because why not? That crap on there. Seems like a good time to start. Good time as any. So, Sandy, yo, Jesus. Spicy. No duh, Sage. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, wait, hold on. Sage. Yeah, Spicy. It was all planned to get Kamala in there. Oh, that's funny. Spicy says, no duh, Sage. Hindsight is 2020. Literally, 2020. The year. I got what you did there. I have a cat who kind of knows about these things. Here's Ziggy, everybody. That is the cat who doesn't have a hat, but I have a little tiny cat in the hat, and I can place it on his head, and he will sit there with it. And I wish I had it right now to show you. Spicy. Sandy, I was like, Jesus, hallelujah. Yeah, I tend to only call white people with the name Jesus Jesus. If you're, I bust out the Home Depot paint scaler, and I'm like, okay, if you're under this shade or darker than this shade, you're darker than this, you're Jesus. If you're lighter than this, you're Jesus. I don't like it. Sage, yep, it's all about to go down. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it might not, but then again, if it does, I'm shocked it's held itself up for as long as it has. This place is a little crazy. But I don't know, man. I have no idea. And then Spicy says hello. You want to say hello to Spicy? You want to say hello to the Dorito? The Dorito? Ah, good on him. So, he's a very chill cat. He just chill there with tea on his head. He don't care. I bought 2 of these when I first got this mug that says I love cats, and the other one said I love dogs. And I shit you not that this fucking cat, I had it on the fucking edge on the fucking kitchen. He knocked off my mug and broke my I love dogs mug. Like, you little son of a bitch. He's like, fuck dogs. Fuck you. Fuck this cup. Spicy Sage, thank you for making me not feel like I'm crazy for seeing something. For seeing this. Sure. I don't know. Are you saying that Biden's went in there to die so Kamala can be president because they knew that a female woman of color couldn't have got in by vote? I don't know. I don't think it matters or cares. I'm sure that they don't have as much power as they would like to have. You know what I mean? All right, Siggy. Oh, no, that's not the reason. I know. I was just joking on that one. That'd be funny, though. Now, the only one I can't trust is myself. And he kills himself. And then, now after getting to the Sage, no, they put him in there so that they could push this COVID agenda. Yeah, except for it seems like a lot of the people who are against it publicly all got the vaccine. So it's like, yeah, whatever. I don't know, man. I think that things are kind of turning into what I thought they might be, where it's like a lot of people who don't have the vaccine are getting sick. How are Ziggy's claws, dude? Yeah. Uh, hey, come here. Show the people your claws. How's your claws? Yeah, this is about the most politics I've talked in a while, and I don't blame you. I fucking hate them. I could basically say that every weird theory you have could be true because they're assholes, or it couldn't be true because they're assholes. Doesn't matter. All right, but his claws are doing okay. So his claws are so fucking big they curl into his own pads. She wants to say hello, and I tried to keep up on it, but it's next to impossible. Ugh. And Ziggy's like, "What the hell?" uh, Spicy, yeah. So I mean, they're so bad they grow into his paws. He can't even walk. He can't retract them in, or even when he does, they're still so long they curl into it. And I tried to fix them, but keep them clipped so they wouldn't do that. But they're also like this thick and flat and fucked up. There's no way I can do it. So every like 3 to 6 months, maybe less, probably like 3 months at the most, I should say. Is I have to take him into the vet now and get his toenails and shit clipped. He also his kidney values have declined and has to be on a special kidney diet, which fortunately every old cat I've ever had has had this happen. He's 18, and cats' kidneys just seem like they're one of the things. The first signs of really growing old is their kidney values go down, and you have to give them the special diet. Every other cat I've had is such a finicky. They don't like the food, is what I'm saying. He fucking gets down on the food, so everything's going okay. But yeah, he does have vampire claws, Spicy, and he wants one of these stupid treats, but you can't have one of these. They're dog combos. They're little combos for dogs. Remember the combos that you used to get at the gas station when you're on a trip because your parents were fighting? Pepperidge Farm remembers. 18. He's a sprung boy for 18. He's doing fucking awesome for 18. But um, like I said, I wasn't. I mean, I was upset, obviously, to find out his kidney values had gone down, but not surprised. Dude, you don't want that. You can lick it. Yeah, you don't want a dog treat. Like that's for dogs. All right, you eat these, and I'm gonna go put some water in this. That's a shitload of treats, but he needs to gain weight, so you can have one. Well, I went back to Ziggy anyway. All right, I'm gonna put some water in this. Here, you get one of these. You get one. Oh, is there a panda? Come here, panda. Come here. Get you some treats. Get some treats. Come here. I'll get. There's a panda in here now too. I'll give you some. Everyone gets treats. First thing I do when I wake up is give everyone treats. All right. Get some water. Get your dab rigs ready. Blunts rolled. Joints rolled. Bowls loaded. Whatever you're doing. I'll be right back. It feels like something's really fucked up with it. I never actually did anything, but when I do squats, my knees sucks. I love you. All right. Oh, is it kitty time? Oh, hey, Liam. I was just talking about you. Liam, has Venom left the stream again? Yeah. Yeah, I just take off sometimes. Hang on. All right. Sage, oh my bad, dude. Didn't mean to make you talk about something you don't want to. No, not at all. I'm just saying that I'm sure we're past this, but I think this is the most political talk I think I've ever gotten through in this fucking show, for the most part. And no, you're all good. Spicy, you probably have to file them. Vampire claws. Oh, that might be better. But yeah, I don't know why I didn't see those ones. All right, spicy combos are nasty. And can we meet your girlfriend? Most people are quite camera shy, I've learned. My cat's not, apparently. But I don't blame anybody for not wanting to do this show. It's kind of but that's up to her. I'm not against it. Whoever wants to do whatever. All right. Sandy, props to your production assistant for handling all those treats. Yeah, no shit. Lucky timing knows what that was. And Liam, has Venom left the stream again? Kind of. And Liam, we were just asking about you. Yeah, I forgot your goddamn name. I'm like, God damn it. Why can't I think this fucking name? Sandy, glad to see you here. And I am. It is good to see you, buddy. Sage, alrighty, man. It was good talking to you. See you. Good talking to you. Stay blessed. See you later. I'm here every Saturday, so happy Shatterdaze. Liam, it's always good. Oh, wait. Sandy, something to do with Red Dwarf. And then Liam says, yes, it's always Red Dwarf. I'm a fan. It's a good show. Anyone who hasn't seen it should watch it. My girlfriend's never seen it. She needs to watch it. Sandy, scroll up and you'll get to the gist of it. Yeah, I had to do some backtracking there. Sandy, no, no, sorry, I was mistaken. In fact, I can't remember what it was asked about, but your name came up. It was a Red Dwarf reference, I think. Liam, can't find it, but the comments have been interesting. Lots of spiel. Yeah, which is good. I like the talkings. I remember the first few live streams I did. I still don't really promote very well. I'm just always at work is the problem. I don't know if you can see this in the background here, but I'll just grab that. That's the next videos coming out. I should do those. Anyway, but yeah, I need to get more on doing videos and shit. But anyway, what I was saying was when I first started doing these live streams, nobody knew about it. I didn't talk about it, so there wasn't a lot of people. So it was a lot of me talking to myself and getting back to it, and then people watching it later and comments, and it was kind of a little odd. But it's always great to have people to actually interact with and talk to. I don't do that much throughout my day. I go to work and there's people, but I spend most of the time, if it's a good day, alone in my car and actually delivering. And then also, I've gotten to the point where I'm not a super big fan of my job anymore. I've been there 14 years and I'm making less than I did 6 years ago. So that's kind of bullshit. It was like getting a pay cut and a demotion without ever actually doing anything wrong. And so, but I don't know. It is what it is. Liam, are you doing a CBD isolate video next? Yes, I am doing. I have 3 videos I have lined up to do. I've just been working so goddamn much, and it sucks. Not a big fan. Oh, there's the kitty. And like I said, I'm making less than I did a long time ago. So working more, making less. That's the story, isn't it? That's the goal. That's apparently my employer's goal is to have me, well, probably not working there at all, but if I'm not be working there, working less. Yes, I have a CBD isolate video. I have 2. Yes. So 3 videos in total. 2 what the fuck is this videos. They're all probably what the fuck is this, because what the fuck is this? Who knows? I don't know. You know what I've noticed? I've always known that YouTubers do this, but I haven't. Is what they'll do is they'll have a day off. This is how I have to do it now. Because it makes only perfect sense. They'll have a day off and they'll shoot like 5 different videos and just change their t-shirt or something. You know what I mean? So it just looks like it's a different day, but they do one back to back to back. And I always thought, I'm like, well, that's kind of weird that they do that. I mean, like, what? It's weird to change your shirt and look like a different video. But I totally get it. I only have 1 day off. If I'm going to shoot videos, I can just shoot them back to back to back and do 3 in a row. Or that's what I might do. So, and then I could actually start producing more videos. I just have to be more productive it goes back to what we were talking about earlier about contemplating your own morality. Sometimes I'm like, there's not a lot of time in this world. You gotta get shit done, and I should just pump out these videos and fucking like really get out there and try to make this happen because I got nothing else going for me, so might as well. And then other times I'm like, you know what? There's not a lot left to life, and I just want to enjoy it day by day and relax and not have to worry about stressing out about videos. That's one good thing about once I found out that streaming was a thing or once I found out that streaming worked for me, I was all about it because I don't have to do much setup. It's all live. I probably should have some idea of a script and where to go with these. It might be a little more entertaining, but I don't. It's just whatever goes, goes. Spicy, I'm hungry. I want cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls and a blunt. Seems like those two things go together. I think I've had cinnamon blunts for sure. They just sound like things that I've had. We're doing some member berries, and I have some strawberry. What is it? Strawberry pie. So we're gonna mix a little chunk of the strawberry pie and a big chunk of the member berries. We'll have some strawberry member berry pies. Straw member berry pie. Strawberry. So we're about to do this. Cheers to everybody, to one and all, and to all a good dab. From me, Ziggy, Panda, Phoenix, Stormy, Willow, and Loki. Cheers. There's a fish too. I just suck at saying its name. Can't even pronounce the fish name. Poor fish. Ah, yes, very tasty. I put a little bit too much water in there, but that's all right. I remember when I was first dabbing, I really didn't like reheating it for some reason. It made me feel like I did it wrong. But I'd much rather take a low temp dab, a little bit too low, and just get another one out of it like that, than just like burn it all. Oh, that was the big one. Hey, buddy. Oh. Woo! Ah. Damn. That was intense. Woo. The 6-shooter got me. God, it gets so hot right after a big dab. An instant, like 20-degree jump. And a face reddening. I think my face is all red. It's hard to tell with this purple and green light. I know, Phoenix. And she's like, are you okay? Do you need assistance? Bear fucker, do you need assistance? Oh, man. Perhaps. Okay, yeah. She's like, okay, I will give you help. Ziggy was almost happy. He almost spilled all the fucking cat treats. Stupid lid, stay on there. She's like, okay, I'll take a cat treat, whatever. It's not for dogs, but they're good. They're tasty. Oh, man. Woo! Want an actual dog treat? One for dogs. The eggs. Come say hello to everybody. There you are. There's a puppy. There's my best puppy. There's the best puppy in the whole wide world. Oh man. Oh. Well, damn. Ugh. And breathing has now switched to automatic. Or from automatic to manual, I should say. And the kitty's here to save the day. Does Cutie need some treats? I'm going to give you one on the table. As I burn myself. Glad that wasn't hotter. I just gave you some, bro. They're all like, treats are cool. You be careful. She's getting big, though. Ziggy was getting skinny, which isn't good, also as a sign of health. So I've been really trying to feed him a whole bunch to see if he can bulk up again. That'd be a great sign. I think he already has, because I've just been feeding this. Every time he asks for food, I feed him. I give him a ton of food. But she keeps on eating. My freaky finger. She keeps on eating fucking all the food with him, you know? Every time I feed him, she wants in on it. So it's been hard feeding him as much as possible and her less. She's getting big. She's getting a little big. She's already a lot of floof. She don't need to get any bigger. She's perfect right now. Trying to get the fucking dab rigs out of their way so they don't get any trouble. Man. Yeah, see, a lot of people made jokes about the video where I made hash because they're like, look at this guy putting on gloves when he has 2 cats on the table while he's making hash. What are the gloves going to keep out of there? You know what I mean? And they have a very good point. Most people should not have 2 cats just hanging out while they're making hash. I don't think that's totally normal. Although if it's me, it's totally normal. Look at those green eyes. She's a ham, is what she is. Let her get chunky, says Dorita. She is, which is crazy because she was so teeny. Like she couldn't gain weight. She was all fluff. When you picked her up, you could just feel that there's no kitty in there. All fluff, no kitty, is what I'm saying. Too much whipped cream, no ice cream. No cake, whatever. But she's thickening up, which is good, kinda, so she can feel safer, be able to protect herself more. Because she's a very scaredy cat. She's quick to get intimidated by the other kitties, which I don't know. Getting cats to get along is really hard. I'm really stoked on how well my cats have done to the dog. He's always been good because he's known cats. He's 18, so he's known dogs. Excuse me. But she was fucking terrified of the dog for a long time. It's good to have all of them kind of getting back into it. Yeah. Ugh. Let's get that crap out of your eyes. That last rip did it. Get a joint rolled. Well, that was 2 dabs in a row too. Is the thing. I gotta keep it varied. Gotta keep up. Like I said, the whole goal is to keep the body guessing. I guess that worked. You know, bull, dab, dab, bull, bull, dab. Who knows? Joint, 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 dab, bull. That's how I go. You know, it's like a workout routine. You want to keep the body guessing. All right. What do you think? On that note, let's grab the bong. Maybe these cats will follow me because I love them so much. Sandy, Liam, tell us your bubble hash before we all pass. Oh, wait, what the hell just happened? Liam. Oh, yeah, hey, how come I didn't see that one? Either of yours. So, Liam, Are you doing a CBDI? And I did see that one. Okay, I just didn't see the last one. It's something I'd like to try, but I can't get it here. Okay, got nice bubble hash though. Now, Liam, I was under the impression that CBD was legal in, but like pretty much everywhere. I didn't hear it's been banned anywhere. Um, but it might be, or is it just hard to get hold of? Uh, it's interesting. I'll do another review, and I'm going to do a brutally honest review because it's it's asked of me to do one. It's they sent me out a product to try on the show to show you guys. I'm not huge on that because I feel like I'm obligated to do it, and then I probably have to put paid promotion. Although I don't have to put paid promotion because I don't get paid. The show doesn't make money, so I don't fucking care, dude. I already got paid in the sense that I didn't get paid. I got it to try a sample of the product. Sometimes I buy the sample of the product and they get a hold of me, and which is nice too. Shit like that. Didn't work, did it? He tries to knock over the whole box of treats so he can just fucking do it. I came home and I'm like, dude, did you just eat half a giant thing of fucking treats? You're gonna be throwing up and shitting for days. But anyway, so I do have some stuff. I have this stuff is the CBD isolate. I should probably quit hinting at it since I haven't been able to fucking do it. But anyway, it looks interesting. I have a lot to say about it, and I do want to try it. Then I also have other shit too. I feel like I'm missing things. I have at least 3 videos I'm doing, 2 of which were things that people sent out to me, which is nice because they actually got a hold of me, which tells me that I should probably maybe be getting a hold of people because people are coming to me. Then maybe I have enough sway to like ask for a bong or something. But I'm not. I've never been good at asking for things. But yes, Liam, tell us about your bubble hash before we all pass out. No shit. Although it's 7:30 here, it's nice and early. I would just be starting the stream, so I'm not in too big of a rush. And I got a book here, and I got nothing to do. Sandy, just do your CBD isolate video live. I probably should, but it's one of those things that I told them I'd make a video. Oh, come here, yeah, you can come here. She's like, why aren't you talking about me? Talk about me. And I haven't seen you all day. God, I haven't seen you all day. I haven't seen you all day. Why are you so far away? I look crazy if you can't see the dog. I'm just talking, why are you? Where are you? Where's my baby? Fucking, the dog is down here. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. There's our dog. Yes, she doesn't like sitting in my lap that much. Which most people would be like, oh, that's probably a good thing. But I'm like, yeah, I like the dog. Oh, oh. Look at that Snoop. Look at that Snoop. You see the little dog Snoop? Look at those ears. Ah, the dog's too good. That dog is too precious. So the CBD isolate video, I have a bunch of cool other shit. I should just do videos. I was talking about it just a little bit ago. I now understand why people, all your favorite YouTubers, they all have real jobs just like me. And the way that you can kind of do it is turn one day into a massive YouTube thing that you do, where I spend literally all day shooting like 3, 4 videos and just fucking sitting there and putting them all, uploading them all, or like getting them all ready to be uploaded, chopping, cutting, all that shit, editing. So, yeah. And just change my shirt like everyone else does. So, it's a new day. Slightly mess up my hair. Hi. Fucking hair's getting long, man. You can't even see the end of it in this goddamn show anymore. All right. Well, now is time for the bong. I'll be right back. And some new pot. This Obi-Wan is actually quite good, though. So, what else do I got? I got Tropicana. Wait, no, Trapitos, Trapitos, Trapidos. It's Dosey Dos and Tropicana mix. Trapidos, fucking that stuff. Or what else do I got? Got another one. Got two others. I got some Death Star, and they're big ass nugs on that. It's some homegrown, and then what was another one I got? Afghani. The Afghani's nice. Afghani is nice. Might do that Troppy dose, even though I can't even say the name of it. So we'll be right back. We'll load up a big fat one. All right. Bam. Shabam. All right. There we go. Got the bong. Cleaned it out. It's already kind of not so clean looking. The water here is really hard, so it always leaves a lot of residue really quickly. Otherwise, it's all right. The old Chongbong deserved it. Like I said, I finally have got some good isolate. What am I talking about? ISO, some rubbing alcohol, 91 proof ISO. Uh, clean this one. But yeah, things have been okay. Summer's in full effect. I'm growing some purple beans. So instead of green beans, purple beans. They look just like green beans, but they're purple. Cucumber, squash, got all that shit going. Some God, what is it? Spaghetti squash and some just like normal squash, zucchini squash, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's like zucchini. Um, God damn it. I did a bunch of watermelons. I think they might get like one or two little ones. All I did was start a lot of stuff, and then fortunately, my girlfriend's been good enough to be just kind of taking care of them, watering them, and setting them up, doing all the hard work. So spicy Dorito, purple beans. Yeah, let's see. I don't have any pictures of mine, which sucks. Uh, let's see here. Slow ass fucking shit. Uh, purple, green. Yep, it's one of the first things that comes up. Yeah, they're so cool. Let me tell you something. I don't want to go shopping. I want to look at image. Image. See how that shit? They're crazy. They look just like that. Mine might be even more deep purple. I got them just because I had never seen them, and I really like eating purple foods. And those are really healthy ones. Mine aren't obviously that kick-ass, but they kind of grow like that. Yeah. Yep. So, Royal Purple Pod beans. Yeah, they're cool. And we're growing purple potatoes, and that's pretty cool too. So, got purple potatoes and purple green beans. And then I like to buy purple cauliflower and make vindaloo out of it with all a bunch of purple items. I need another purple one. I don't have a lot of different items I put in there though. But yeah, good times. Good times. And Ziggy. Lots of Ziggy. Tons of Ziggy. At all times. All right. Liam, it's amazing, Sandy. Soft like butter and very smooth smoke. That bubble hash. That's cool. I love bubble hash. Yeah. Sandy, gotta go. Spicy, you rock. Keep steering towards the horizon. No shit. Venom, thank you for the stream. Everybody else, laters. Eggplant. Spicy. Oh, yeah, I do love eggplant too. Although the part you use on the inside has an almost yellowish, like palish khaki green color. I've been making this shit. I just saw it when I pulled up my internet. That was what was up. I've been making this one thing. I wonder if I can just go back. Back. Yeah. That's what I like to make. However you say that. It's a curry. Eggplant curry. But yeah, the eggplant is purple. And I tried growing eggplants, by the way. They didn't work out. They all took to seed, but none of them grew past seedling. I don't know. I didn't do very good on my gardening this year. I can't fucking following through. I have no time. Is the thing is I've been doing a lot of work. One thing I have been doing is working a lot to pay a lot of bills, and I have nothing but bad news financially. Like I said, my car was totaled. I think everybody's heard me bitch about that if you've ever watched my live streams. If you haven't, I had the only nice thing I've ever bought myself was a nice new car. Someone rear-ended me. I lost my car. Owed just enough on it that they gave me Blue Book, and it is fucked up. I ended up having no money, so I bought $4,000 fucking Prius because it's the cheapest car with the best gas mileage, and I drive all the time. So I'm like, all right, I'll go with that. And then this fucking car's not in the best shape, so I think I'm going to have to trade it out again. So nothing but bad stuff. New car, no money. That is the way of things. This is some homegrown Death Star. Some Death Star Oh Jesus. As in, oh Jesus. Um, so I don't know exactly if this is a Death Star OG. I know that OG stands for ocean grown when you're talking about pot. So I don't know. That's just all I had to say about that. Liam, buenas noches. Bye, Sandy. Yes, goodbye, Sandy. But we will see you soon. Not soon enough. Because I'm not doing my live streams on Tuesdays, which I should, but I've been working on Tuesdays until like 8 o'clock here, and then it's too late to start a stream, start over for the next day. But anyway, Spicy, what do you do for work? I remember food delivery. Yep. Original gangster. See, OG. And that's what I thought. Just actually, I never thought about it. And I just thought they meant OG as an, oh, that's an OG strain. Like that shit's OG, straight OG. I don't know. Just like, yeah, original gangster, some OG shit. That's what I thought too. But I have heard that, like, I've just looked up a bunch of strains on like Leafy, like Leaf Fly or something like that. I think it's Leaf Fly. I've never bothered to say the name out loud. It's just that's usually if you enter in a strain of pot, uh, it's a pretty comprehensive one, and I seem to be on it a lot. It's like the first one that pops up, so maybe they just pay for the advertisement spot, and they're decent. But anyway, and then I started looking at a lot of them because I've been growing more, and that's when I'm more interested. When I'm smoking pot, unless it just blows me away, I don't really even take the time to look up what it is or nothing. If I'm growing it, I look it up, or if my friend's growing it or something like that. And then I've been seeing a lot on that website. It's like, oh, it'll say some OG name, like this is, Skywalker OG, since we're smoking Death Star OG, or Death Star OG, for instance. And then they'll go back to its lineage and phenotype, and it's usually they're like, and this is blah 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 OG ocean grown. So I could be wrong. Uh, I'm just regurgitating from the website I was on. Ocean grown sounds stupid. Yeah, yeah, and because you can't grow with ocean water either. Hot, well, that would kill a plant. With you'd salt it. So, and I mean, yeah, and nobody. I'm not the one who's making this argument, and I would never be the one who would. I'm just saying I've seen it written. It has been wrote and written. Yeah, I just saw it on Leaf Fly. Yep, Leafly. Yeah, that one. It seems to pop up all the time, so I it's not even that I use it. So I'll look up a strain and I'll just be going through them, and then the one that looks halfway legit usually ends up being that one. Or there's another one too. I'm thinking offhand. I should have fucking. I don't know why I'm suddenly rolling a joint. That works even better. I used to love looking at reviews when I was buying. Let's see when I mean, I might and I might not. I'm 50-50. Um, Usually, I'll see what's there, and if I go off of the name of one I know I like, I start there, and then if not, I do ask the bud tenders, "What's your preference?" Like at that range, whatever range I'm buying, whether it's small, mids, and then I'll see what they have to say. I'd like to see it and smell it, but nowadays at a lot of dispensaries that can or can't happen. Uh, just different regulations at different places for different reasons. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's getting tougher and tougher in different ways because I've been let down by a lot of different senses. Sometimes I used to go off of smell really hard. I'm like, I can smell those terps, son. I can smell it. I'm like, the nose knows. But I've been let down a couple times by some good smelling pot that just was really harsh and didn't smoke well and sucked. And sometimes I'm like, oh, well, it's the eyes, you can see good pot. God, I can't see that huge stem that just poked a hole in my goddamn fucking. Anyway, uh, but it's a little bit of all of it. You know what I mean? I think the best way to do it is taste it. We act like it's so legal and this and that, but there's some fucked up regulations that make you still feel like it's this weird outlaw medication. It's got to be kept from everybody at all times, no matter what. And I'm like, I don't know, if all the weird problems, fucked up shit, they'll show CSI and fucking forensic files and like, make this drama, all this drama shit, and fucking where they'll show you straight up fucking like people dying and all these horrible situations. But God forbid pot's treated more loosely. It just, I don't know, it's a little fucked up. And the things that it leads to doing. I was talking to the dispenser, and they're like, if you want to bring in your containers, we can recycle them. But just so you know, when you put your weed receptacles, those pop tops and shit, if you have all the stickers on it, or if they just think it's a pot related thing, they will not recycle. They'll take it out of the recycling bin and throw it out because it looks like a medication, and technically it is a medication bottle, and you can't recycle that shit. It's dangerous for the fumes, blah, blah, blah. It's impure. Dude, the recycling shit's crazy when you learn how much you think you're recycling, but you're really not. Uh, so, yeah. I'm like, well, that's fucked up. Pot should have its own classification because you can't recycle those things. You know how many people fucking just throw that shit? A lot of people just buy the countless amounts of fucking trash and fucking packaging just because you have no choice, and they just throw it away. Most people just throw it out their fucking window on the way home. And the people who do take the time to put it in the recycling, it doesn't actually go in the recycling. So I'm like, well, that's fucked up too. Yeah. Leaf file. No. Leaf a file. Lee fly. Leaf fly. Leaf fly. Leaf fly. I just like reading them. No, see, right? Spicy fucking leaf fly is pretty good. That's where I started seeing that ocean grown shit. Could be wrong. I don't always believe anything that I hear on the internet. So don't believe anything I say because I'm on the internet. And yeah. Liam, good night all. Have Hail Cthulhu. Hell yeah. Though he sleeps, he lies dreaming. Until the stars align, Jeff Bezos and all those assholes are in space all at once, and he can do them all in one fell swoop. Good night, Liam. We'll see you next week. If you want, I should be back on next week and every week for the rest of eternity because that is my reward and my punishment. Liam, I'll see you soon. Yeah. Lee fly. Lee fly. Cheers, everybody. Oh man, it's my house. I swear to God, I have a swamp cooler, and it's driving me up a fucking wall this year. It's really, really hot, and it's really, really humid, and that is not normal for fucking Colorado in the Front Range. It's supposed to be really medium. Yeah, it's not supposed to get that hot. It's supposed to be fucking dry as shit. And I'm like, fuck, I hate the humidity, dude. Living in this house is like living in fucking like I don't know, where's some humid places I had in Georgia. That was humid. The place was humid as shit. Portland. Portland was really humid. Yeah. Spicy. I'm low key ready for Cthulhu to raise from the sea and destroy us all. Yeah, at least it'd be fucking truly epic. It'd be truly epic. Ah, uh, that's why I don't think any movies, although there's a lot of movies on my list right now that I should fucking like add those right now. But I like Lovecraft based movies and video games and all that stuff because he has such but a lot of the times the movies fall short and the games can kind of succeed a little better because he works on a grand scale, I guess, you know what I mean? Cosmic creatures are kind of hard to put in movies. And ever since South Park ripped on Cthulhu, it's always me and Cthulhu wrecking up shit. Can't remember the song. I haven't seen it in a long time, which is good. It's been long enough that I can start watching South Park again. Uh, South Park is amazing. And I've seen a lot of them, a lot. It's crazy just how little, you know, I remember some of those old episodes and how many times I've seen them. My God, I've seen this 1,000 times. But you miss little jokes and shit like that. I'm like, oh, that's great. Uh, yeah, South Park, good shit. Those dudes are buying Casa Bonita, which is funny because I'm sure that their episode, the South Park episode about them fucking going to Casa Bonita and fucking getting Butters locked in a fucking fallout shelter, um, boosted their sales, what little they had left in them, so much. And it's a good thing, but I bet you anything, once they take over and buy Casa Bonita, and I bet you they throw in little subtle hints of South Park somehow, some way. If they aren't, it won't matter because people are still going to flock to that place to see if they are. And, like it'll make it a huge thing. And Casa Bonita, I went as a kid on a field trip with my school, and it was very entertaining, especially because it wasn't like just going with me and my sister, who's 5 years older than me, so it wouldn't have been that fun. We were never. She always just seemed so much older and so much more mature. It would be hard to like play. So I'd be like doing it. It would still be fun, but going with your whole class and your whole school, uh, when you're in elementary school, like fucking grade school, real young, uh, it was really pretty fun. Uh, but from everything I've heard, they have terrible food when you're an adult. So I imagine they're going to keep it real authentic. They're like, no, don't change anything. Uh, we just want to own it and make money, which I don't blame them. It's a good thing to do. I'm surprised they haven't made pot yet. That's what everyone else is doing, is just put your name on a pot brand. And I know why. It is a good way to make a revenue. It's cool. It's fun. I was really into starting a business, something. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm in a weird spot right now where this is a great show and I love doing it, and it's helped me out a lot. And I still haven't been able, like I said, to land a job at a dispensary. I'm not going there with a fucking business card of this show and just me going like, fucking hire me, on the card, and then be like, hello, sir. And no, I don't know how to get in there. It shouldn't be too hard. But then I'm just be some dork selling people pot too. So it's not that great. The whole point is, wouldn't mind getting in the industry. I really want to start my own company. And it's so fucking expensive. Uh, you literally need to be a millionaire. And I don't mean you need $1 million up front necessarily, but yep, my stomach didn't even like that one. Is like, fuck that. No, yeah, up to $200,000 to $400,000 in movable assets in your bank account at any given time, depending on what license you have. I'm like, who the fuck has $200,000 to $400,000 just in their bank account? That's not a loan you can get. That means at any given time they can check your bank account and be like, you need to have this as a backup in case your fucking shit goes down. And pretty much they're saying, shit goes to hell, you're gonna pay us $200,000 to $400,000, depending again on what loan you have, just to make shit fucking. And they want you to have that money and to put, I don't know, just to say you have it, which I kind of get, but I'm like, that's fucked up. My friend, who is more in the industry than anyone I know, and by that he was in it for a very long time and then quit because it's fucked up. And he actually went from like grower to, lead, uh, or from trimmer to grower to lead kind of guy to like, oh, you're gonna be a head grower and start a field and do all this and shit. And after you're doing all this interning and shit, and then they fuck you over. So I don't know. The pod industry could be a little bit shady. I feel like it could be a mixed blessing. I haven't gotten into it yet, but spicy. I couldn't even imagine having 20K in my account. Isn't that kind of fucked up? All right, spicy. Just stand outside the window and do a live stream until they hire you, right? Or call the police. I've had a few ideas, and it's two things. It's one, I work all the time. I work at least 5 days a week, and I work in the morning till the evening. And then B, the time I'm not working, anytime I'm not working, I really like being here, uh, where with all my fucking cats and the dog and my girlfriend and just TV or something stupid on or some music and just I don't, you know, I don't know. I'm not one of those people who goes into work super early and then fucking stays and chit chats for a fucking half hour after. Even if I have people there that I kind of like, I'm like, see it. Fucking, I gotta go home. But anyway, that being said, I could be more assertive. I could go to the a lot of places. Honestly, I think a business card wouldn't be bad. But I was just talking to somebody who ran a business, and she had, and I should say I was. Well, I mean, she was talking to me. I wasn't the only one there. Is the thing. But anyway, uh, she owns a business, framing business, I believe, and she got really nice cards. They were still just business cards. And that shit cost like a couple $1,000s, or I forget how much. Like thousands is like the word she said. So I'm sure it's at least like one to two at least. I'm like, Jesus. And she has a legit business. If I wanted like half that, I'm like, God damn, that's a big investment for handing out pieces of paper. I'm like, my ass could buy a printer, some nice paper, and I have fucking Paint Shop Pro from fucking 98, son, and I will fucking get it done. No. So that's where I'm at. I'm like, I should get some business cards or something. So I look, or somehow, because, if I do see people, I've told a couple people, there's so many interviews and stuff I should get on. I need to work less, get on more. Gets back to what I was saying earlier, where I'm just really understanding why YouTubers and shit like that make a day of it and just wake up early, fucking turn on the lights, fucking get like 5 or 6 videos done and just change your t-shirt so it looks like it's a different day, and then spend it and then just put it out throughout the week. Uh, that makes a lot of sense right now. And Spicy, back to your thing with the 20K. I've never had 20K in the bank. At one point in time, see, I was gonna say, my car was gonna be about $30,000 after I paid for 6 fucking years, you know, uh, or whatever. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Uh, so long loan, and I'm like, fuck, dude. At no point, I felt like if I had been able to have that car, I'm like, well, at least I have a car that's worth X amount. If I ever was in a fucking pinch, I have that as collateral or something like that, fucking to put down on stuff, to something. And then that kind of went away. I'm like, well, that sucks. But yeah, 20K, no. I don't even know. I don't think I've ever hit 10K in my bank account. If so, it was like, okay, here's, probably for selling like, something like transferring between things. And it's like, here's that. Oh, and that's gone. That's not your money. That money was only here for the bank for a moment. Yeah, Mickey D, I'm back, bro. Me too. And I'm not too sore from skateboarding, what, fucking 12 hours ago. Spicy, 10K. Yeah, I don't think I've ever hit 10K in my bank account. Definitely not for me to have. Like I said, I've had more than $10,000 in my bank account. I know I have. When I wrecked my car, I got it, and then I was all gone because I'm like, yeah, this isn't mine money. I owe fucking on everything on the car now and shit like that and this and that. I'm like, yep, and it's gone. I'm like, oh man, 10K next day too. Yep, see, that's what I mean. Yeah, I've had something like that where it's like, yep, here it is, and yep, gone. So I don't count it. Mickey D, me too. Not too sore at all, and we skated for like 2 hours. Granted, I skated like hardly at all. A little bit. You know what I realized is my knee is fucked up for some reason, and I haven't ever had an injury on my knee. Just I need to start working it really good, and I have a treadmill I need to just start hitting the treadmill every fucking morning, really light walking and stuff, like as I'm waking up. I'd say go on a walk with the dog because that's what I should do every day. It's so hard to get up. You know what they say, like as you get older, you get up earlier and earlier and earlier. I'm like, when does that happen? Is it just when you're fucking finally afraid to go to sleep because you think you're going to die that night? That's not a good time. I'm like, I want to be awake more, although I like sleeping. The only thing is I get like mummified by cats when I go to sleep. It's as adorable as it is kind of like not claustrophobic. I feel like most people make spicy. I feel like most people make money just to pay bills and that's it. Oh, it's been like that for a long time, unfortunately. Mickey D, I get up at 5 every day, and Spicy says, "How? No shit." The biggest reason I haven't taken some jobs that I kind of regret in a little ways, like in it's construction jobs. Some of the only real jobs I was offered at one point in time I probably should have took were construction jobs. There's nothing wrong with them, except I'm not getting up at that fucking time, and it wasn't amazing either. Some of the more profitable jobs I've ever had a choice to do. Mickey D, but also go to bed at like 8:30 or 9. See, and that's the trade-off. And I, I guess that would be better for me a little bit, but that's why I have a treadmill, so I could just like squeeze it in. I have to just squeeze that in. I was living pretty, and I hate to say it's because I was just really like in a bad spot. I was really upset and just hurt and whatever. But during that point, I would get up. I didn't like sleeping a whole lot, so I'd get up mad early and fucking work out for fucking like an hour. I would spend like half hour on the treadmill, and then I had like a little fucking like gym set up outside. I still do on my porch and shit. It's just kind of resting away out there because I suck now. But so I mean, and do all this crazy shit and fucking. Then I'd come home and fucking work for fucking like there. And then after working out, I would work for like 10 hours. Come home, still end up usually cooking food, and fucking all this shit. I'm like, man, fucking. I don't know. It's in there somewhere. I just gotta get back into it. Is the thing, I guess. Spicy. I wake up around 8 a.m., lay around until the day ends. Yeah. Spicy. Oh, that's how early sleeper. Yeah, no shit. See, yeah, you lose all your night though. I try and I can't. Every day I'm like, I'm gonna get up earlier. I'm gonna go to sleep a little earlier, and it never happens. Here it is, 8 o'clock. No, just kidding. Spicy. The wear and tear from construction jobs is kind of trade off for the good money, but also needing back surgery by 45. Also, you end up looking like a basketball, all orange and cracked from the sun. It's horrible. Mickey D, and I'm super surprised that my back isn't sore from skating. Yeah, no shit. I'm not in a bad way at all. It's really good. But I also went super. Today was the perfect day of skating. Um, it was a skate park I've been to like 3 times, and literally every time I've been there, I haven't been able to skate at all. It was packed. I've been there once for sure of these 2 times, if not 2 of the times. It was somewhere in there. But it was the 4th of July because it's right next to the lake where they do a fireworks display. And yeah, fucking packed. But today was great. Went there at about like, I got there at like 9:45, and it was just fucking beautiful. It's kind of rainy-ish out, and there was a little bit of rain at the bottom, like the deep pool that I wasn't hitting anyway, so I didn't care. So it's not too hot. Sun isn't out too bright. Nobody at the skate park. Fucking hooked up with Mickey D from back in the day. Did some old school skating. Somebody's car got broken into. Koi, hello. Hello. Koi and the Bug, we finally caught you online again, and we missed you. Well, good to have you as well. Koi and Bug. Hey, it's good to have you. Yeah, I just got super blitzed on a fucking huge ass dab and have been holding on to what little conversation I can manage and muster up. Mickey D, I'm glad it wasn't packed at all. It was I think it was because it was pretty early. But we left at like 11:30 at least, or maybe even closer to noon, I thought, and nobody was there on a Saturday. I'm like, that's fucking really bizarre. I think everyone thought it was rained out. I think we were talking about that. Nick had to pop through for the homie. Real quick. RQ, I'm like, real quick. Uh, Mickey D, driving, so I ain't gonna be on much longer. Using speech text, by the way. Don't worry. Hey, safe way to do it. I do that a lot, and I get a lot of bad. It comes out not the way I want it to go. Leo. Let's just say Leo. Nice, you're still alive. I was eating. Gonna take a sour apple live rosin dab, which sounds amazing. I was in Portland and I was doing these caramel apple dabs, and it was very, very tasty. I really wished I had a good rig to smoke it out of. I was using my dabber, and it was it was the one where you just put it right on the coil. There's not like a fucking any middle ground, so it was a little rough. But God, it was good smelling stuff, just like caramel apples. So sour apple sounds very nice. Mickey D, 12:15 is when we left, or maybe 12:45. It was a good day, man. It was a good day of it. Aaron, hey Venom, I hope you're doing well. Was wondering your preference between bubble caps or flat carb caps. Any favorite cap artist? Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's goody right there. Leo, apple terps are not really common, but I really love them. Turpoline. Wait, terpenoline. Sorry. Anyway, yes, that's true. You know what? Now you say it, apple is a rare one. All right, carb caps. I think there's two things that really matter. It's crazy how much they do matter. Um, the big thing is I've noticed this is one of the only things that really sucks about buying cheap bangers, and why I understand sometimes you get what you pay for. I've had ones that are wonky on top, right? So if like it's not perfectly flat, like when I place it on my glass table, I'm like, well, dude, it always has leakage, And sometimes you want that perfect, tiny little bit of air to really, it just, there's this right amount of pressure that you add, and it just magically goes to life. And I really like that. So sometimes on those wonky ones that are up here, flat tops suck. But sometimes the inside circle is perfect. So I'm like, you know, uh, that's usually almost, this is always perfect. But then you have to rely on like, how perfect is this? Because I've had wonky ones here where I'm like, shit, there's no way, it's just not perfect. So there's a few things like that. Carb caps could be tricky too, because sometimes the hole is gigantically too big, and it just kind of fucks it all up. But if it's got tiny, there's a carb science to it for sure. Uh, in the end, I was really into flats, and I've kind of realized, like I said, usually I have a lot more problems with this being all wonky than that inside. That inside's almost always perfect. So the round ones seem to be better. And if you get a great cap guy, fuck, dude, I don't know. J Smart. If I could have any, he's up there. I get like one of those ones. What I just saw that. Have you seen on Instagram that Venom banger from, I forget who the people are. I just kind of just started following him. That banger's a bad bitch too. Anyway, going off subject. Nick, in Ohio, on my way to Traverse City, Michigan. The city of Michigan. Um, That's cool. Ohio was crazy. I've been there once. It was a bit of a swamp where I went, which I wasn't expecting. Swamp. That almost fucking spit everywhere. Swampy. It felt swampy to me being from here. Leo, apple terps. Oh yeah, it's the terpene associated to apple. Yes, and I was. It was more mean just not being able to say it than I was associating the two. I promise. Mickey D. So I can't wait to take those scroomage. Ah, Mr. D. Yeah, you should take those scroomage. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. That's the cool thing about having a decriminalized state. I don't think we broke any laws by me giving you free shrooms that I happen to have. I was disposing of them legally. You happen to find them. So, yeah, good luck with that. Have a next week. If I don't talk to you before then, you'll have to update us all on how that goes. It's weird. My house is so fucking humid that my shrooms won't dry if I leave them out. So I don't know how long they have been kind of sitting there. So look at them really well and smell them. If they smell like good mushrooms, you're fine. I think they're fine. I was just kind of weirded out that they were like not dry because I had dried them out completely at one point and then had them, I think, just in this little jar here, in the just sitting on a thing because they were just dried out and in a fucking case and in a shelf put away. So I'm like, oh, they're fine in there. And then I'm like, oh, these are like not fucking dry. But I think they should be fine. So just keep an eye on them. All right. Aaron, I'm all about the seal. Yep. And I won't. And the way it can move my terps too, I guess that's a big thing too. That's why I always use a Zach Brown. Let's check out him because I don't think I know Zach Brown. Definitely not offhand. There's a lot. I mean, there's hundreds of guys, and a lot of them I'll never have money for. So unless I'm really, really, and you have a very good style that's easy to like go, oh, that's him. See, all my Instagram is fucking glass artist. Anyway, let's look at who's this guy? Zach Brown. Zaq, right? Uh, uh, all right, hold on. Uh, Zach Brown, yeah. Zach Brown. Okay. Zach Brown. Glass. There we go. All right, let's see some of his cards. Oh, he does have interesting cards. Ooh, yeah. I like those. Although I have one that's very similar in style, very knockoffy. Gotta have one. Which one is it? I don't use it that often, but it is pretty good. And now that I look at those, it's very similar to his. I don't think I broke it. It has a very distinct top on it. It's probably in on top of one of them. Anyway, so ooh, that one looks really cool. Okay, his are fucking badass, but just the shape. He has a distinct shape of his calves. There she is. She's a cool beast. Yeah, I like those. But his simpler ones, I have one that I can tell whoever made it, and I think it was a China made piece, even though I got a head shop here, but they were really trying to fucking. I wanted to. I'll remember to like him later. He's in my search now. Um, those are sick. Those are sick. All right. Let's see here what I missed. Koi and bug. My husband ate some penis mushrooms. Like how penis is spelled funny. I don't know if you did that or if it did that. That's great. He said he had a beautiful trip. I had really hard time growing my penis mushrooms. I mean, I started out fine, but I really wanted more, you know. No, I had really bad. I tried to grow penis envy, and they did not do well. Almost all of them molded out on me. At first, the mycelium went really fast, and I thought they did great. And then they're just a lot of things I've done suck. I need to start back over because I haven't been growing for a long time because I'm always too busy. But I really want to get back into it. It's so fun. And my oyster mushrooms, they're one of my favorites to eat. They're delicious. They're good for you. They're good for your heart, and that's what I'm always trying to think about. And they're the easiest to grow. Also, B+ mushrooms if you want magic mushrooms. Those have been my go-to because they just grow, dude. See those things grow where all life has failed. All right, Aaron. La High Life Quartz did that Venom banger. His bangers are wild. It's huge though. It's a little bit, a little big but sick. Um, Leo, I'm out of flour. Uh-oh. Never out of dabs though. I might start to grow shrooms. Penis envy or pen is envy are strong. Yeah, I've heard that they're very hard hitting. And yes, La High Life Quartz. Yeah, those are sick. Best court bangers. One day I'll own one. Those ones are just dope. That Venom one, I mean, come on. For me, that's just what I wanted. Koi, I think they were called penis envy. Yep, that's the ones I tried to grow. And there's a bunch of offshoots with the name penis, but yes, the penis envy are the big ones. And they look, I guess, phallic, of course, but I'm like, if your dick looks like that, I don't think anybody's gonna envy it. Aaron, uh, Zach has a deal where if his caps are not perfect seals, they go in the trash. I can't recommend him enough. That's cool. He has a partner named JM Glass who makes quartz. He also wrote the perfect seal thing for his. He also has the whole perfect seal thing for his work. See, the problem I've had is I've known some glass artists, and you can totally tell if they dab or not on how little shit like that, because it'll be fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie. I've had some custom made bangers that I have that are dope. Like I think they're in my cases because I really like them, and I think they're really cool and pretty. But either A, they're not super functional, or B, they're a little too delicate and I'm afraid to break. No, but I have these two my friend made me out of legit uh, they glow in the dark and they're made from tubes from like the 60s or the 40s or the 20s. I forget how old he said these were. I think they are 60 years old, so something like that. He's like, this tube is like fucking legit, like science tube from all this all ancient shit. So really special tube he made these carb caps off of. One is sick, but it's like that big and very top heavy, and I'll break it. And it's very thin, and it's dope, and it means a lot, and I'm not gonna break it. And the other one, it looks a lot like a sari piece, but the fucking hole is so huge on both ends. I'm like, well, like I said, you can kind of tell when people don't dab. Also, that was back in the day. So much has been learned. I learned a lot, and he's just not into that. He's more into making spoons. He's just perfected spoons. Just cool, simple shapes with amazing work in him. He's just got that shit down. And he does it for fun. He could retire probably. I don't know how well he's doing, but he's very well off ish. When you're broke like I am, I can say that. No, I don't know. He seems okay. No, that's not true. What I'm trying to say is he has a legit good job that pays a lot of money, and he can't make enough glass to do that. I think he's making way more at his job than he would have blown glass for a while. Don't know. Firework. All right. I will check that dude out. Leo, I'm going to start blowing glass because I am really interested in it and I kind of don't want to do anything else. Yeah, I've had that same feeling a lot of times throughout my life. Leo, I'm watching so many videos those last few days about glass blowing. Yeah, what is it? Polly something. He he does how to, he sells on Patreon, like he'll sell his videos on how to do a lot of really interesting, cool stuff. So he's someone to check out. Ollie Taylor, I think it is. Um, and he makes amazing work. Uh, yeah. Um, and then I'm trying to think, there's other guys. I've thought about it, but it's a pretty decent investment. And I know two people who work at two different companies. One's that guy I just said. He works at Blown Out of Water. It's not a huge place, but he does whatever the fuck he wants. He has a studio that's amazing and just does it for fun. And he has a, like I said, legit job that is his straight thing. And he can do what he wants. He does what he wants. Is the thing, not what you want him to do. So you want a sick spoon he's made, there it is. He's made one of his pieces is my favorite piece. He made this train pipe for me, and it's fucking off the chain. He's made me little bubblers. I've broken more of his glass than I'll ever own of anybody else's, at least in pieces. And I feel proud and extremely horrible about that. Blown Out of Water and the dudes from Puking Beagle, I know them too. And between them, I should have started 20 years ago. I watch IG kind of. I look at videos on IG of these glass artists who are doing fucking phenomenal. 8 years in the game. Bam, I've been doing this shit. Fucking represent. I'm like, don't think I'm a newbie. I'm like, God damn it. I could have started 20 years ago, maybe longer. My friend was blowing glass fucking like in the turn of the century, turn of the millennium. Anyway, Aaron, I'm a Zach Brown ambassador right now. But yeah, that's why you use the CZB collab. You know that's a perfect cap. Most artists make a pretty glass and call it a day. He chases perfection, precision. Yeah, hell yeah. Like I said, dabbing's kind of on other levels. With that said, spin the wheel, dab. Arubis, I'm the highest in the room. I'm coming down on a big dab, I'll tell you that. I just spun the wheel. So let's give it a second. Just kidding, he says. Yeah, because just wait a minute. Give me a sec. Leo, Arbaz, I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. See what he did there? I saw what he did there. Oh, Leo. And I'm not trying to get a lot of money. I just want to get enough to buy some land and build a small house so I can hunt people for sport. So I can peacefully self. Wait, I like what I said better. Self-subsist. You, I can't pronounce that one for some reason. So we're gonna skip it and go with the hunting people for sport. My life goal. Uh, yeah, I'd like to be self-sufficient or whatever. I'd like to be able to supply my own food and not be a douche. But here I am. Going, what do you do with your broken pieces? I have had two times. I lost one, which I feel bad about because I wouldn't even mind having all the shards of all these crazy pieces that I could show you. But it got tossed because in one of my, every now and then I got clean house and be like, okay, held on to this broken pieces forever. Just toss them because it's hurting you to look at them. But I still haven't, and I usually keep them in a shoebox. I think I have another shoebox filled with broken pieces. Now it's mostly little carrot caps, little pieces, just uh, female joints and shit like that. Bunch of crap. Some pipes. I don't really smoke that many pipes anymore. I've been pretty good about not breaking any bongs, although I've broken plenty. I've broken a lot more in the last few years than I've bought. My collection's going down, not up, which sucks. Leo, ye self-sufficient. Yeah, let's just subsist. In French, it's subsist. Sorry, I'm a moron. I'm also a moron, as they say here. Coy, would you ever just send the broken pieces? I do weird art with busted glass. I'd be more than happy to send some. No, I'm not doing anything with it. At times, I've done some resin art, and my girlfriend, I should say, was doing resin art, and I did a couple of things because she was already doing all the hard work of mixing it and setting up all the shit. I'm like, I could do one or two of those. I just got to have fun. Anyway, I thought about. I'm like, it'd be cool as working in if I had a bigger medium, working in a bunch of my broken glass pieces and maybe setting them up in a way where it kind of looks like they shattered, or something. So it's like, oh, that's kind of neat. You know, it'd probably just be a giant paperweight, but still be cool. But yeah, I'm not doing that. So yeah, Leo, gonna take a gelato punch dab. Yeah, it's time for a dab. I've been just slowly babying this thing like a fucking grandma anyway. Just have to do the dab. You can't just not do that. All right, gelato punch. I've been a big fan of the gelato stuff. Honestly, it's not bad. Um, so, and any stuff that I've noticed that's been kind of mixed off it, like the wedding cake, I think isn't that off it gelato? Anyway, everything I looked up and I'm like, yep, that gelato's pretty good. It got really big for a minute. It was everywhere. So when everything gets really big, there's always going to be a dispensary who gets a hold of that clone or that strain and grows it like shit. And then you're gonna smoke and be like, that shit's not that good. It's like, yeah, eventually every strain will be fucking treated like shit. Leo, gonna take a gelato punch. The high really is the punch. The high will really punch you. Yeah, no shit. All right, what do we get back here? It's no chunk. I'll put some more water in. Koi, I can find out a way to get some busted pieces. Hit me up on Instagram. It's the same as. Damn, I don't think it let me send that. There we go. You can always hit me up there. And people usually send me pictures of their cute little critters, little puppies and kitties, and other animals that they have, and sometimes they're little bud plants, and I share them with you. Yeah, there we go. Ah, all right, there we are. Anyway, Leo, you got Instagram? I do, although I'm not very active on it. I mean, I'm always looking on it, but I tried posting for a while, but as my content would have probably gotten better, I stopped doing it. So I should do a bunch of things. All right. Uh, Also, they made it harder to. Last I checked, it's been a long time since I've even gone on Instagram on my computer, which is like a tablet computer thing. Both, you can. Anyway, um, it won't let you upload the videos on a file anymore. It's like they want it to be the phone app for some reason. I'm like, well, all my videos I was doing, I'd be shooting a video for here, and I'm like, oh, I can just upload it onto Instagram by cutting it into a little piece, and then now I have to export it onto my phone and then upload it here, and I kind of stopped doing it. So, uh, all right. Leo, have you ever tasted concentrate that really stood out from the rest? Like something you smoked that really hit you like crazy? And Koi, that sounds really cool. Yeah, I'm down. And then we should, if you have an Instagram, Koi and the Bug, I don't know, Koi and the Bug. Uh, if you have an Instagram, I could send a picture of it when you're done, or you could send me a picture of it, and then we can share it for everyone to see. All my broken pipes. Some I feel really bad. Like I said, a lot of them I have. I'm like, oh god, I shouldn't have broke this. My friend made me this piece, and it was so nice. And I'm such an idiot. But um, let me get the This Is Not a Chong, which is one of my favorite bongs, even though it's not a Chong. Um, move this stuff out of the way. It'll be a good time to get this fucking cup out of here so I don't forget about it. Uh, what was I going to say? What hash have I smoked that really stood out? Recently, I had this Trapaya, I think it was. Trapaya? No, something like that. That live resin I had was fucking really good. It had this weird flavor that I couldn't put my finger on, but it was fucking amazing. I want it is a little bit on the lime side, I want to say, a little limey, which is it was just so fucking tasty. Like maybe lime and more citrus and a little fruit in there is just fucking really nice. I didn't have enough of it. Rosin's expensive as balls. That's why I've been really enjoying shit like this from here. This white moose. Yep, white moose is what's called champagne wax. White moose is the people who make it. And like they got some like white ass fucking wax and it burns really smooth and it tastes really good. Some strawberry pie and member berry is what I got there. I also have some guava. God, I forget it every time. Queen guava or something like that. No, guava sundae and tangy queen. Those are the two shatters I have. Neandercats. It's a glass. Wait, if it's glass, it's a matter of when and not will. Unless you're in a fucking unless you don't use it. I have a piece from 2003 right there. That's doing pretty good. You're hitting almost 20 years on that piece, so it can be done. But like you said, it's as this is teetering. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Uh, that being said, I still have like the first pipe I ever bought that's a metal pipe. It's like right up here somewhere. It's hidden in the can you see me now stage of this. Anyway, but yeah, so there's something to say about things that don't break. Leo, I love the citrusy strains. I don't know why it was like more like I want to say key limey, but it wasn't. Is because I just had some key lime pot that was really great too. Uh, Overall, that was really good. And I'm starting to realize that lime, apple, those are some damn good flavors. They need an apple lime mix, and I think that would be off the chain. I think that's something I might go for as a breeder. Try to do something like that because I'm like, those are two things that are, yeah, like I haven't seen them that often, and every time I see them, I really like them. Some of the ones I don't care for usually are kind of the grapes and the blueberries. And I've been wrong on those. I've had some amazing both, but usually I'm not thrilled about those, especially blueberry. Had some good grape, but I'm growing grape ape now because it smelled fucking amazing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna grow that one. Gotta get a clone of that. So Koi totally messaged you on Instagram. Cool. Well, if like I said, anybody wants to send any pictures of their awesome, hey, somebody said something. Yep. Send your pictures right now or whenever. Now's a good time because I'm gonna get some water in. I got water. I'm gonna take this cup out of here and I'm going to put water in the bong and we'll take a dab. Send me some pictures on Instagram. I put them up to the camera, even though this phone sucks. The camera's halfway decent, new camera, so it's picking them up pretty good. Send me some pictures, pot plants, pets, and just pot plants and pets. Herbs. No. Anyway, uh, Leo, I don't. Oh, okay, yeah. Sometimes I've had bad luck. Well, no, actually, I've had some good luck with oranges, but it got overdone with the tangy. Like I have tangy right now, and I don't love that. But the old school orange Cali, I think a Calio was some good stuff. All right, Leo. I don't. I love citrusy strains. I don't really like orange, but lemon is amazing. Yes, lemon's good. Really like the banana kush too, and it works well. I'm a big fan of a lot of these things. Always talking about the names of strains of pot. I'm like, I love all these things. And the big reason is because it's never like meat. It's never like ham, you know, pork barbecue chops. And I'm like, yeah, it's always citrus and lemon and limes and grapes. I'm like, I don't know. It's more my thing. Not like it's never like savory, like onions and garlic. Although there's some garlicky smell and stuff, but I haven't smoked enough of it to tell you if I like that. But I've heard that a lot recently. Message me, get on it. Leo, I have some great guava number 6, but it's rosin, which is great. I have some BHO shatter of Tangy Queen. Wait, what? No, Guava Sunday. I think that's what I might grab for this next dab while I'm up as well. Uh, I don't mind having a few different things up here, although those have been doing well. And then I got some strawberry pie that I'm gonna want to try here soon. But the guava's pretty good. The shatter I got, it looks really nice. I'll show you the stuff here in a second. Leo, I still have my first glass pipe and my first bong. Both those are long gone for me. Glass pipes and glass bongs. I remember my first glass bong I ever got, like legit one. I named it Photo O. Photo O. It was a yellow bong like that big and it ripped. God, I wish I had it. I didn't love the colors. I hate yellow, but man, I love that bong. All right. Neandercats. I may just be a klutz. Oh, dude. No. Well, if that's the case, then I am too. You might be. I can't say no. No, you're not, bro. You're not a klutz. And it's like, no, dude, I've learned a lot of lessons. If you love two bongs, don't carry them at the same time. You know, shit like that. If you carry both hands and treat it fucking like it's a nice piece of delicate glass. It's all you can do, man. But you know what? We're not forever either. The key is, I mean, I know people who've had beautiful, amazing pieces. We've all seen it on Instagram. If you watch them enough, they're in like a showcase and stuff, like, or something. And they break or something, and you're like, fuck, man, like that sat on a shelf and it never even got used. I'm like, use them. I say use them. I don't have any piece that I've ever been able to say, no, I'm not going to use it. I only almost did once, and that's that one I have from 2003, my Chong Bong. I said, fuck that. I used to smoke the fuck out of that, and I'm so glad I never broke it. And now it's here in the case, in the glass, behind glass, or whatever, and I'm like, yep, it made it this far. It's on the show, so people have seen it. I'd like to make it another 20 years, but I'd be lucky if I make it another 20 years. So, Leo, the pie, I got some strawberry pie here, and it's like white wax, which is crazy. That Tangy Queen. So when you dab CBD, it has a very everyone I've had has a distinct flavor. It's pretty good. It's just distinct. Um, it's like this weird candy kind of flavor instead of like all these other ones are like fruits and stuff like that. But this one straight tastes like manufactured candy for some reason to me, which isn't always the best. But it's like I don't know. I keep wanting to say like sweet tarts, where it's kind of weird, bitter. It's really sweet, but it's got a weird flavor to it, almost chalky. But I don't know. It is good. And I've had some better stuff. I've had some stuff that tastes like cotton candy and stuff. And that was really good. But even then, it's that sweet, almost like vape. I've never really used that much vape stuff. Stuff I had was really sweet. When you smell it, it has that artificial sweet kind of flavor. And I don't think it's artificial. It just has a weird. Anyway, the Tangy Queen I have has that in it. And this white stuff has it a little. I'm like, I don't know if that just means it's high CBD profile, which it is. Both of those are. And I'm like, but I can taste that, and I wonder. It makes me think about that. Weird little tangent. Anyway, I love the pie terps, and I don't have much pie on there. A little bit. It's it's nice because it's not much flavor at all. It burns really clean, which is I don't cough on it a lot, and it burns almost clear. Um, the pies, it's just very mellow on the flavor and almost no smell when you smell it. That member berries has berry smell to it, and it is quite nice. I do like it more than the strawberry pie. The strawberries I go with because I know strawberry strains are notoriously good for anxiety and having a really chill, mellow high, and I like that. Like strawberry cough is like the back in the day. I've heard people who haven't heard this, and they're like, "Oh, that I've never heard that." But it's always been the anti-anxiety, high CBD profile, uh, good go-to with strawberry cough. Uh, So kind of like having that around sometimes. And if you're wondering what a good one for anxiety, so I always like having some CBD strawberry stuff in case I'm not feeling too hot that day. Sometimes if I take a huge dab right before work, just because I'm like, fuck, I'm going to work. I just have my life crumbling before my eyes because everything's on fire. And I'm just like, yeah, that's not good. I need a real chill one in the morning and then break in and then I'm at work. So, whatever. All right. Spicy. I wonder why these taste like that. Yeah. Why does pot have profiles in it that make your mouth water and just be like, I need that? You know what I mean? And they're in a way where a lot of bugs don't like it because all those terpenes and all those trichomes, those fucking yeah, I can't talk right now. All the keef, all the little sticky hairs. That's kind of the repellent to keep bugs away. Some get through it and don't mind it, but a lot of them don't. If you've ever eaten a bud, when I'm harvesting, I've had buds that just look so tasty. I just want to eat you so bad, and just the whole thing. And then I've done it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm harvesting. It's my pot, like a fucking apple. Rip it off the thing, and I'm like, oh, dude, you can't just eat pot like this. I mean, you can, but it doesn't taste like these things that it smells like. It's very uncomfortable to chew it, eat it. You know what I mean? Like, it's rough. It feels like you're eating this weird sticky cactus, and I can distinctly remember swallowing it and getting that sticky shit in your throat, dude. Is not pleasant, and it's leaves and chlorophyll, and I'm like, yeah, I won't do that again. Not like that. I don't recommend that. But I think it is there saying, "Hey, smoke me, concentrate me." You know what I mean? The allure is compelling, and deers and shit can just munch away at that shit like it's fucking nothing. Gotta watch out for the goddamn deer. Leo, if you smell the weed and it smells like the fresh baked goods, I uh, like you. Oh yeah, you like those pie tips. Me too. Wedding cakes. I feel like the gelato has a lot of that too. Spicy. I wonder what. Yeah, see, why do they taste like that? It's because they want you to. It's just like why are most mushrooms delicious and tasty? Even magical mushrooms, if you put some butter and fry them right, they're good as fuck. So why are much of their callings? Koi and Bug, I sent you a pic of our kittens. Momo, Sirius, Stardust, Sirius's mom, and Pickles. Pickles the dog. And the kitten with Star is rehomed already. Oh. Leo, I sent some Canadian hash rosin. I can't wait till that gets here. Yeah, send it on over. Now, I'm taking that means pictures on the Instagram. Again, Venom 420, same as the thing. Send some pictures. I'm getting water. Uh, yeah, water in the bong, and then we can do some dabs. It's one thing that sucks is I have to put water in. I've gotten really good about at the end of these, I dump all the water out of all these and fucking put them all away so it's not all cluttered. Because at the end of these, I have like 10 bongs on this table. I'm like, well, if I don't clean it, I'm like, I guess I'm not doing any work today. I guess I'm not going in here. Let's just leave it. Fuck this place. Because all I have to do is put my uh, keyboard up here, and this is my desk, my work desk. So I have my fucking a giant screen right here. It's a 60, no, it's not. It's like a 55 inch, I'd say, uh, monitor, and because it's far away on my wall, and I just watch that and have my keyboard here. This this is my all around desk. I could also put my little electronic drums fit perfectly on here. Table set. I can make my music here. My keyboard. It's good stuff. All right, Koi and Bug. I'm so jealous. And Ella and Leo. I meant the pics. Yeah, right. See, you can send me hash. It's fine. If you can get it to me somehow, I won't say no. Let me hurry up and grab that. I need to take a nap. Oh, stand up for the first time. I went skating this morning, so I'm actually not too bad, but I realized that my knee just sucks, which sucks because I didn't injure it that I know of. I probably did, but so I'm just kind of falling apart, apparently. I just need to start working on that. I'll be right back. All right. So, there we go. Uh oh. Sandy, I heard the stream running in the background after I went to bed. I had to get up when I heard, if you love two bongs, never carry them at the same time. Chapter 1 in the Tao of Bongs. Uh, it's true. Don't ask me how I know that. You're, don't do it. If you really love someone, carry it without thing. Sandy, back to bed. Good night, all. Have a good night, man. I didn't even realize you went to bed, so have a good night. Peace, love, and more peace and love for me and the kitty. All right, see, running out of space here. This guy can go. Yeah. See, these are my matching set here, which went okay. I really like the artist who made them. Um, these are Jonathan Killman's, Nada Chong's, uh, and they're pretty sweet. This is my daily driver as it goes. I don't really have a daily driver for the. Honestly, it's my e rig. My portable e rig is my daily driver for smoking dabs. I definitely dab the most out of that. Really, this show's the only time I bust out all the cool ones because it's the only time I get to be in here and hang out. So, all right, Leo. Hey, oh yeah, we got some pictures to send. When I be a hash maker, I'll send it to you. Yeah, sounds good. Good night. If you're saying good night to Sandy. And then Koi Bug, how long have you been doing YouTube? So two, almost 3 years, but I definitely have not been super active for a couple of those years. Maybe three now. Time flies. Most of it I've been doing a lot of this. I'm surprised how much my channel grows all the time. And it's not huge or anything, but I'm like, it does pretty steady rise all the time. Um, it kind of rolls bigger and bigger. And I haven't been able to put any effort into it lately. I feel bad because I'm like, man, if I could do more time and more effort, maybe I can actually get that going to a point where I could do this type of thing. Uh, at least a little bit. And by this type of thing, but I don't even know. My goals were to get to the mountains, get the fuck out of this city, but that's getting harder and harder with everything too. Still up there in my goals, but I'm in Denver downtown. It's legal here, and there's clubs, and there's fucking people to connect with, and fucking shit like that. And I always want to do interviews, guest hosts, just connect somehow, some way to this community that I love so much. Um, it's just been it sucks that I haven't been able to spend more time. Ever since I started this show, I've been in a really bad point in my life. It started bad, and I decided to kind of just carry it through. So hopefully, it can only get better, but hopefully it does get better in my life, and then YouTube will be more easier. Uh, Become easier for me to do on a regular basis. Like I said, I know I would like to, and like I said, I get offers for shit to do shit, and I'm like, man, I haven't done anything in a while. I should start working on that because it's really nice when a company comes up to me and asks me if I want to do something because I'm like, I really haven't done anything. I should offer people, like I said, maybe get like business cards and go to all the dispensaries and like be like, hey, you know, what I really wanted to do is what were we talking about? Leaf fly, leaf fly. So I'm not big on strain reviews by people. I'm not big on strain reviews at all, and the big reason is because, like I said earlier, no matter what strain it is, if someone grows it badly, it's just grown with no love and no care, it's gonna turn out like shit. So I forgot to get that raw Sunday. Well, I'll do that Saturday time. So I'm not huge on strains until I'm growing. Then it's huge. And if a strain is really good, if I'm smoking something great, I always remember it. But for the most part, I'm not obsessed with it. So I didn't want to do strain reviews. But one thing I had a hard time with is dispensary reviews. You can't trust anything online with those. But I feel like I still have the idea in my head that I want to go to every dispensary in Colorado within a certain time period. And, just buy a little bit of, a sample of everything type thing and go in there with a straight up, first off, I thought about asking them, obviously, if they wouldn't mind me recording, which I don't think they're even allowed to, but I've seen videos of them with, YouTubers and shit, and not so much YouTubers, but like the companies, and they have their bud tenders talking from behind the counter. So you can, I think, videotape in there. It's just probably not super okay all the time. Anyway, so I thought about being like, is it okay if I do like a walk-in review of your shop? If they say no, I was gonna just like fucking get those glasses, with like the camera in it and stuff, and like just the clear ones, so they don't think I have sunglasses on. But like, yeah, the spy glasses, and do straight up fucking guerrilla reviews of every single dispensary in Colorado. And then if worse comes to worse, I could always just get a checklist. And I wanted to say pricing, quality, friendliness of the staff, knowledgeability of the staff, shit like that, recommendations and shit, because that would be cool. And I think in 1 year, it would take like a year to do all the dispensaries in Colorado, even if I was. And the big thing is I'm broke. But if I could buy like a pre-roll joint and shit from each one or something stupid, I don't know. That was a big thing I wanted to do. 666, number of the beast. We dab at 666 in this house, son. It's a little hotter than I normally do, but come on. Actually, that was about right. Woo! Those chung bongs kill it too. Yeah. All right. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to talk. All right. Oh yeah, Koi. My husband has been wanting to start and doesn't know what to do. Oh. You said you got cats, right? Then that's number one. Get a cat. Film said cat. In some way. Fortunately, if you're lucky, you get a ham like I got. Big old doofus. And that follows you all around and does goofy stuff on camera. That's best case scenario. Now, that pie wasn't as smooth as I remember. And also, I used a dirty ass fucking carb cap. Jesus, what else was better? All right. But I guess the first thing you want to do is obviously a camera of some sort, but you can almost get away with just doing the whole thing with your fucking camera phone. Seriously. I always record a backup camera phone shot to fill in gaps between shit fucking up or audio all in the background. So I use all the phones I have available because they're extra shots. You know what I mean? So phones are super good thing to use. Then you just need an editing software, fucking video editing. I can't talk right now. Can never say that word anyway. But something to edit your videos. I use Cyberlink. Power Director is what it's called. You're probably on Power Director like 25. I think I'm on. I bought 20. And then the best thing you can do, and I know this is a rule I haven't been following, is like he said, just do it. Leo says, just go for it. Film and then cut the part when there's blanks in the videos. Yeah. Then it'll get better by himself. Then he will get better by himself. As long as he does something he likes to begin with, it's important. Why do you hit your banger on the table? Oh, you want to see why? So first off, the whole table is a dab mat. So it's a giant dab mat from Oil Slick. Then what I did was I put a paper on that said dab mat, and then I take the reclaim and I dump it onto the paper. So I'm tapping it. You can see the little tap marks I made me on. Kind of. Get rid of my face. So I pour my reuse on my joints. So kind of T-waxes them, especially with these low temp hits. I mean, that's crystal clear, still decent stuff. This stuff is really clear, which is nice. Like for how much I poured on there, like I can see right through it, even after it's been burned once. Got a good rip off of it. I'm a broke ass, so normally I just pour it into this, but this thing is such a disgusting shithole that I'm probably just gonna pretty much get rid of everything, just wash it out, I guess, at this point. So what I like to do is I smoke so many joints that I immediately just pour it on there, and I'll probably roll a joint here in a minute. Anyway, Leo was right, by the way. Cohen the bug. You gotta just start doing it. Is the big thing. The other big thing is lights. You can never have too many lights. It sucks, you know. Sometimes I'm very light sensitive and I get migraines and shit, so it sucks having the lights in my face, and sometimes I'll be dabbing and shit, and that will get to you. But you need a lot of light. Filter. I made my own lights out of shop lights and tripods for something. I looked at how to make my own on a YouTube channel, how to make your own shop lights. But it was actually a music channel that I watched that he was talking about how he made his shop lights at the time, and I'm like, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do because his lighting was really good, you know, and he made it for dirt cheap. My lights, if you got the equivalent of these lights any other way, would have cost like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and I got each one for less than $100. So I'm like, yeah, that was a smooth move. And then I just lights and lights and lights. That's the biggest thing. I've noticed that if you don't have enough light, that sucks. Your camera is big. The only time your camera matters, if you have enough light, you don't need an amazing camera to start for sure. But if it's low light, the camera starts to really matter because nice cameras can pick up low light better. Yada yada. Yeah. Start doing it. Get an video editing software to edit that shit. That's the hardest part, I think. I think shooting the videos are easy for me. Usually. Once I start doing them, they're fun and they're just like this kind of. Since I started doing live streams, I have so much more fun talking to people than I do by myself, usually, to be 100% honest. Sometimes I get frustrated and shit when you're by yourself and shit doesn't go like how you want it and there's no one helping you. Yeah, I'd love it if I had a team of people to do one thing and I could do my thing and have that all going on, but I do everything. So it gets a little bit cruddy, and that's something you'll run into, but you know, it's the best way to have shit done the way you want it too. So it is what it is. I have the final say in everything, and that's great on how my videos come out. But when they don't turn out great too, that was on me. But you'll always make crappy stuff. I've heard a lot of people say, "Don't make your best material first." You know, a lot of people are like, "God, I wish I would have made that video first because I'm so much better now that I used a really good topic, and I should. I feel like I already did." But at the same time, I say don't worry about that. Starting with a good topic is a good thing because you have something good to work with. So work with whatever you want. Yeah, just get on film as much as possible and get your ideas, get a notebook, and start writing that shit down. I'm always in the car and I always have good ideas and I really can't write them down that well, especially now my car can't talk to me and take notes like my old one did. Piece of shit car. All right. And then Leo says, "Oh, and that's decarb, so you could lick it, though." It would be like a cheap THC lollipop. Yeah, no shit, right? Uh, and it just makes for a slow burn. It definitely fucking fucks you up because when I do that and smoke with people who don't smoke dabs, even they only smoke flower and they don't fuck with dabs and shit like that. They'll be like, "Dude, you gotta tell me if there's hash on that because that is not." Because I'm fucked up. I'm like there is hash on it. Pretty much, you have to tell people that there's hash on that. Sometimes I'll pour it right onto the bong too, right into the bowl, and like do that, and then just clean it out like I did. Anyway, spicy. If you can find a way to do that low lighting, especially you can find a way to do that low lighting, especially if it gives you a migraine. Yes, there's a couple ways. You need a good camera, is first off, and then yeah, there's certain things. But you know what I've learned a lot of people do is you do this really bright room like this, and then you add a filter. This is no filter because I don't have a software that's straight to YouTube off my camera. So if it looks good, that means it's a good camera. I didn't do anything to it, but you can add filters, and that's the best way to make something look dark and cinematic. Is to start with a good lit project and then add filters to darken it up a little bit. Is what I've noticed a lot of filmmakers do and shit like that, like horror movies and shit like that. If you look at the raw footage of those horror movies, uh, they're shot quite brightly, but then they add dark hues so they can choose what's lit up. It's a lot harder to brighten something up that was shot dark than it is to add a dark filter. So you add a dark filter to something that's bright, it can look really smooth. It's a lot easier. So something I've noticed in recent years. Uh, Leo, live streams are more chill. I enjoy talking to people. So. Leo, video goes too fast with too much info, things in a small time. Videos go, yeah, they can. In general, not yours. Hook glasses. Uh-oh. Anyway, but yeah, I know what you're saying. These are much chiller, and they're cool. um, and people watch them later too, which is nice too. I know a lot of people don't get to see them live, and I'm just in the feed as on their subscriptions list or whatever usually, and because I also don't always get notified on people's thing. Even if you hit my bell thing, it doesn't always like say when I'm streaming. It'll put you on your subscriptions, but there's probably other shit you have to do, like hit the bell and hit then and or subscribe and hit the bell. So it's one or the other. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, spicy. Live stream inside a police station. Yeah, fucking as long as I'm a welcome guest and not a fucking unwelcome fucking unwanted attendee of the prison system. I don't break any laws, officers. I don't. I stay on the up and up. Fortunately, I broke a lot of laws, and then the laws changed to make me not in the wrong. What do you know? Because the things I was doing that were illegal shouldn't have been fucking illegal in the first place. Pot, mushrooms. Those have been decriminalized and legalized and re-legalized. Pot wasn't legalized. Pot was re-legalized because this country was founded on it. So that's something to keep in mind too. All right. On more shit on the table. Let's sneak this guy over here where you can just barely see chopsticks. Or no, let's do the little teeny tiny chong. That's a little chong. All right. Well, it is getting close, but I'm definitely going to do another dab and smoke this bowl. So if you got any topics, now's the time to get them out. I know we've all been saving the deep stuff for the last. Who knows? It might get interdimension. Leo, it makes me angry when I'm thinking about the war on drugs because so many drugs out there have the potential for great medicine. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not a war on drugs, it's a war on us. That's a good line, and it's true. Because, yeah, you notice that there's still a lot of poor people, a lot of colored people, a lot of fucking people who are disadvantaged in one way or another who can't pay their way out of the prison system, and they're going to be there for decades for something that wealthy people are able to do at their leisure now, and that's a horrible hypocrisy. So yeah, it's a little weed, mushrooms, MDMA, LSD, and DMT. I What you do? Would you do butt stuff for a new car? That's my deep question for the days. This is spicy Dorito. What car, and is it like my girlfriend, and is it consensual? And I mean, do we not have to talk about it ever again? I don't want to talk about how it is. That is a nice car. I know it's a nice car. It's a nice car. Because cars get up to $1 million. I mean, I could just sell that car, and I mean, like I said, let's not go into it. Weed, mushrooms, MDMA. Is MDMA exactly like I should look this up. I should know this. I believe. I mean, it's not ecstasy, right? It's close. Or is it? Uh, I like weed and mushrooms and DMT because they're very naturally occurring, and we have the receptors in our head already, in our brain circles. So, MDMA and LSD, I'm not against them. I said earlier that all drugs, including heroin and meth, should be legal, but I don't think that you should do them. I think LSD and MDMA might be one of those substances too. Although LSD was definitely conscious expanding, you know, consciousness expand. It expands your consciousness, uh, is one way to look at it, where you don't realize what being drugged is until you take it, type thing. I felt like, and I feel like DMT is like, hold my beer, hold my mescaline. Let me show you what drugs are. Oh, I haven't done DMT. I have not, but I've anyway. Leo, $60,000 cap on the car. Girlfriend can do it. Must be talked about once a year. Must be talked. I The fact that it must be talked about would be so fucking funny. No, has to be talked about. 60 cap. God, I'm a broke bitch. I don't know. Uh, I don't know why that's so funny. Anyway, Ziggy's looking at me like, shit, he just shook his head. All right. Leo, I invested in a company. Wait, I invested in a company researching psychedelic assisted psychotherapy, which is kind of cool. Imagine the FDA calling you and asking you, how you got this car? Why did it come back to that? I ducked away from it so nicely. No, I'm just joking. How'd you get this car? Well, apparently I have to tell them at least once a year and remind them I got the car. Uh, MDMA is the molecule, and ecstasy is the street name. Okay, okay. So, and ecstasy. I was just talking about this with someone earlier because they're like, oh, they don't test for MDMA, but they test for cocaine and heroin and something else. And I'm like, last I checked, in ecstasy, there is both of those things. Heroin and cocaine can be, depending on which pill you get, was what I got the response from, which I already kind of knew, uh, which I didn't know when I did it. The first time I did ecstasy, I've only done it twice. Didn't like it either time. I had got these little pills with M's, like the Motorola phone and the Motorola stamp, the M stamp, whatever. And I thought they gave me pills, and I'm like, well, I'll hold it on my tongue because I really want to get fucked up. I want to kick in right now, not knowing. Fucking, I'm like, after a second, I'm like, I took it off my tongue and I fucking threw up. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And someone's like, oh, dude, those have heroin in it. You can't just put it on your tongue like that. Guess. Well, I'm like, okay, not a good start. Of course, I fucking ate it and fucking tripped balls. Uh, that was the first night I ever told someone I loved her, and they told me it back. I was fucked up out of my mind. Uh, Not that it wasn't true. You just, I'm pretty sure you say what you're gonna say at that time. But interesting night. Anyway, I didn't like the fact that it had heroin in it by any means. And then I'm like, okay, and then some have cocaine apparently in it, and I'm like, I don't like that either. So if I could do MDMA, just like LSD, you get the street shit, and it's a molecule or two off, and it's very close, and it will make you trip, but it's not LSD. You know, it's not like surgic acid or whatever. All right. Thank you, Leo. Spicy, 60th calf. Okay. Okay, but you're thinking about it, ain't you? You got a car? Usually expressies these days are pressed with meth. Oh, usually expressies, the pills, are pressed with meth. See, that was the other one. Okay, I said heroin, cocaine, and meth. And yeah, you can cut it with all these things. And that's why I'm like, MDMA, I might try depending again. Although also no one told me that night that it was psychedelic. They're like, oh, I thought it was like a pill, like a Vicodin or something when they gave it to me. This is a long time ago. This is 20 years ago. So 20 years ago. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I know ecstasy, and I'm like, I know everyone like is like doing back rubs and they're like, oh, I want to melt to the floor. I'm like, okay, that seems cool. Let's see what this is. And did with my girlfriend and shit. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And I'm like psychedelically tripping nuts. And I'm like, what the fuck in a room just like this? I think I ended up coming into this room at one point that night. No, and I'm like, what the? I'm like, I am tripping balls, dude. I wasn't expecting to trip balls tonight, and so I had to have a fucking experience. And I had a waterbed at the time, and I spent the night on my waterbed, fucking on ecstasy. Just told this girl I loved her the first time she told me she loved me, and I'm like, okay. And I'm such a weirdo. I don't know why, but I told her I love her, and at some point I thought I was like holding her or something, but I had like both my hands on her throat. I'm like, I think I was like holding her head at one point, and I'm like, I love you. I feel so sorry for anyone who's ever heard those words from me. No, but she said it back. Maybe she's like, "Don't choke me." No, no, it felt like a great moment at the time. But then I went on my water and I'm like, I can't handle this. I gotta go be by myself. Waterbed time. And then I'm on the waterbed, fucking on ecstasy, and I'm like, yep, this is good. This is fun. Oh, and then I'm like, and then the second time I did, I knew what was happening. It went a little smoother, but I wouldn't ever do it again at this point. Like I said, that's my deal. If I could get a lab work, same with acid. This is acid, any drugs, pretty much. I won't do them unless, if I'm like at a laboratory with somebody I really, really trust. They're like a fucking chemist. They're like at the highest degree, and they're like, no, look, this is the legit shit. And even then, it'd have to be like a special occasion where I'm like, with a celebrity like on TV, on the show or something. I'm like, all right, well, this is not make for good watching. Something big, I might do that. Anyway, all right, hold on, I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Leo, 80% of people with PTSD who experimented with MDMA psychotherapy had a significant drop in symptoms. Yeah, I know, I've heard a lot of amazing things. Uh, that's why I'm like, and that cleared it up for me exactly how, like, and that kind of made sense, and it's kind of what I already knew. I'm like, MDA seems like the drug, but it seems like every time you get it, it's with something else because that's ecstasy, and ecstasy is something made with a chemist who has all those ingredients, presses them. I don't, yeah, presses. So I didn't get that deep into the culture, although I had friends who definitely did, and I definitely did them a couple of times. But that was 20 fucking years ago, and I shouldn't have even like smoking. I couldn't have been buying them legally at that time. So something like that. Maybe not 20 years, but approaching it fast. All right. Spicy MDA in its purest form. in a pure form is a gorgeous chemical. Like I said, I'm not hating on that, but it's how you get any of those, and I don't trust anybody. Leo, and 67% didn't qualify for the diagnosis anymore. Huh. On that ratio of 80% of the people with PTSD experimenters had no. That's kind of cool. Neurotoxic, but almost as interesting as psychedelics. Oh, something else I was talking about. Arubaz, I'm back. What up, yo? If you're still here, the best feeling I've ever had was when I did shrooms and weed. I can't do either. So I have a weird thing when I'm on shrooms. The best thing I can do is smoke weed. You have to force it on me and be like, no, remember, you like weed. And I'm usually like, dude, I can't get it out. But are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna be, and I'm kind of uncomfortable and I'm anxious. Anxious. Get me to smoke weed, especially a joint. Don't hand me a big bong. What's happening? But get me high, and I'm like, oh god, it kind of can steer you into a better mood. And like I said, I'm like, I like smoking weed, so yes, give me weed. Even though it does make you trip harder, it kind of it helps me get from that point where I'm kind of tripping to like, okay, we're smoking weed, and I'm like, okay, now we're gonna enjoy it because you just broke through and you're kind of feeling, and I'm like, okay, but now it's in a good place. So yes, weed and everything does better, right? Neandercats, unfortunately, since they're not to be messed with, exactly. Never buy anything like that off the street. You're absolutely right. And I will repeat that. Namely, is like, oh, you're lame. That's not true. And the only time I've ever done otherwise was to try to get laid. And I promise that. So don't think it's good stuff, kids. Share Scarecrow. Okay, that's kind of cool. I thought it said Cheryl Crow. No, I'm just joking. MDMA is a crystal. So is DMT when you have it kind of extracted or whatever. But they are. I don't know if MDMA is a naturally occurring chemical by any means, but DMT is. Arubaz, the best feeling I ever had was shrooms and weed. I like that one. Well, I'll read it twice. Always use the test kits when you use synthetic drugs, says Leo. At the least, that's a good start. See what you got there. And even then, like I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend them. But if you're going to do it, that's why they should be legal, so you can get the real shit if you want to do them, not fucked up shit off the street that could kill you. Scarecrow. Ecstasy is usually a mix of whatever drugs, and that's why it's called smackers. Yeah, and again, I this is close to 20 years ago. I was doing, and they were fucking pressed pills. They looked all legit, but I mean, I'm sure that's not hard to get a pill press and do the little Scarecrow. One pill of LSD is legal, or one P. One, I'm sure that's something small. I think you can get it in the mail legally. I wouldn't try, but maybe. I don't think so though. It was legal for the first like 7 years, I think it was out. Didn't quite make it a decade. But there was some experimentation, not just by CIA and MK Ultra, but like there's some psychotherapy being done, and it was amazing. There's shit on YouTube. Go on YouTube and just look up fucking 1950s housewoman on acid and all this shit, and the shit they say. And that's the acid I wanted. I fucking wanted. They have like all I see is explosions of color and beauty, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Because I had not that exactly. Weed is a pillar of all drugs. I mean, not only I mean not only illegal drugs, but every drugs ever. Yeah, yeah, sure. Um, Neandercats. Unfortunately, you can be charged under the Analog Act. Kyle Smith, love you. Can we smoke? Yes, we shall. And I love all you guys a whole bunch. You guys always make my night. It's already 9:30. I'll finish this bowl, spin that wheel of dabs, take a dab, smoke another bowl probably, or roll a joint or something, and call it a night because I got this hashed up bowl, and I'm gonna hash it up even more after the dab, roll that joint, and then we'll wrap things up. I'm sure I'll be done by about 10. So that's still like half hour, but that's how long it takes me to wrap shit up. Ringo, there's zero other medications that can make you hungry except for weed. Is that true? regardless, fucking that. If so, that's I've never thought about that, but I don't think they have many other appetite. They have appetite suppressants for sure, and even then, those don't work great for people. Apparently, I don't know if that's true, but I mean, a lot of people, they're not everyday cigarettes are like appetite suppressants, but I don't think they have that. You don't ever want to eat again pill yet, except for looking at things that disgust you. That works pretty good. Anyway, Neandercats, of course it is. It's Shiva's gift. Cheers, everybody. Alrighty. And let's spin that wheel of dabs. All right. Kyle, we're smoking now, but I kind of cashed it. Leo, it's called 1P LSD or 1CP LSD, like the OG shit you're talking about. See, like there's I don't know acid very well. I am intrigued by that stuff, and I should dive into that more, but I don't have any time anymore. When I had more time, I was getting into all types of neat stuff. Analogs, those are still legal. Oh, okay. See, no, I get what you're saying. Leo, it's called 1PLSD or 1CPLSD. See, they changed the molecule just a little bit, or like, just a little thing. And it still gets the LSD in your system, but it's legal. And you can keep changing it and keep changing it. I would only do it if I could have the OG original, was it Albert Hoffman? God, I suck. I should know this. I'm just stoned. The dude who made it. God, that doesn't sound right. I'm just being stoned. But anyway, if I had like some OG shit, his original sample, you bet your ass. And I could do it in a certain way, I'd do it. Sorry, hit that. All right. And I don't like that synthetic stuff that keeps changing it. He's just holding my hand. Those are still legal. They transform LSD into your body. They're a pro drug. They're for pros, kids. Save that shit for the pros. I'm not pro drug, is what I'm saying. Anyway, all right. Scarecrow. Yeah, I seen it on some site, cheap as fuck, but I think it was a website out of the USA, which I'm sure it probably was. Okay, I got you. That's what you guys are talking about. It took me a second. All right, Leo, but there's no wait, but there's in the USA too. There's some in the USA too. Well, ADHD meds are cough suppressant. Huh. See, that's kind of weird. LOL, not cough, but hunger. See, I'm like, huh. Hey, I'm like, maybe it's cough suppressant. What do we land on? Free choice, which we're gonna smoke out of this one because it's right here. And then we're gonna put this puppy, and then we're gonna smoke a joint, and then we're gonna call it a night because I gotta go. I still gotta eat food and go to bed. Sounds like a good night after this, actually. Food, bed. I'm old. I went skating like 12 hours ago. Finally, now it's been like 12 hours. Leo, or Neandercats. Oh, is that the puppy? Is that puppy need a treat? Does that puppy need all the treats? Let's give you at least one treat. I was going to give the cat treats too, but then he'll be up here and it'll be really hard to take a dab. But there's a kitty here. There's your combos. Little dog combos. Oh no. All right. One kitty treat for you too. You see the kitty pop out? I was gonna say I can hear her. She sleeps in this dresser here. Don't tell her I know that. And I heard her coming out of the dresser, popping around in here. So if there's anything cuter that you could imagine, she sleeps in this dresser right here. I put a little cat bed in, and she can come in through the back. So if that makes your heart as warm as it makes mine and Phoenix's. All right. She's like, can you give me that tree you brought out? I licked it. I licked that tree. I give you a kiss on the head. All right. Let's do this dab. All right. Neandercats, if the DA wants to get to you, they will charge you under the Analog Act. Read up on the law. Yeah, there you go. Leo, yeah, but there's only weed that makes you hungry. There's no medication known for an eating disorder. See, that's what I was saying. I'm like, yeah, no, I was agreeing. I was just saying, like, yeah, there is suppressants. But yeah, no, that's interesting. I've never thought about that. And I'm going to use that next time I'm talking about the benefits of weed and how it's amazing. Thank you. Leo, but the DA don't care about small amounts of RC. RC cola. I'm an idiot. No, just joking. Scarecrow, smoking a hash bowl with you. Sounds good. I need to drink some water and get some food in me. But first, we're going to take a dab. It's just so easy to do this. I'm just going to take some of this. We'll do a half pie, half member berry. Member pie. Pie berry. Straw. Well, it's strawberry, so I should probably have the strawberry name in there. Straw. Member straw. Double berry. Double member straw. Member strawberries. Anyway, don't listen to me. Not when I'm talking about dabbing and mixing stuff. All right. Which one has the 90? That one. All right. And good. Scarecrow smoking with you is good. RC is research chemicals. Thank you, sir. You are a scholar and a gentleman for telling me, because I did not know that. All right. Put that right there. Now I do. It's not RC colon. Leo, it's how we call those analogs, still not DA approved. See, I do. I'm glad I'm going to do that. Let's go. I'm going to dab with you. Let's do this. And I need a new torch because this one's little igniter goes out. I used to like this company and I still kind of do. So the thing with this thing rips is they have a lifetime guarantee, but I don't have my receipt anymore. And yeah, I think I bought one off. And this is the replacement. I don't know if they'll replace the replacement, but that should be how it is. Anyway, save your receipt. And I've done it like 3 times. That's why I kind of liked it. And I do dab a lot, and I do use it a lot. So there's that. I will say they work for a long time. The igniter goes out. I have like 3 of them now that kind of work. So I don't know. What's that? Leo, I always lose the recipe too. Yeah, there is a replace to the replacement. So how do you replace the replacement? So, all right. You always lose the recipe. I'm a little lost. I'm not gonna lie. But that's okay, because I can only get more lost from here. I don't know if that's shut. Apparently, I did not clean that well. Not that terrible either. All right. Let's see. Meow. We got the member straw. The straw member berry. All right. Leo, English is my second language. When I'm high, I always use the wrong word. You're absolutely fine. I can't even speak my own language well, so you're double. You're doing way better than I am. If you haven't noticed, it doesn't stop me from talking. It just means I'm an idiot. I believe is what the next part of that was supposed to be. But yes, that's cool. What's your first language? Because mine sucks. Yeah, I guess your name is kind of foreign for me. Lee, Le. I don't know. That's why I just call you Leo. I like Leo. That's easy. But it's nice having you on. It's always good. It's been nice. It's been 3.5 hours. French, and that was I was gonna say Le. I've been getting into a lot of French doom bands, and just I've noticed a lot of bands I like are French. English is English is easier, to be honest, which is kind of crazy because I've always heard if you can learn English, it's hard, and every other language becomes easy. But anyway, I got to do this dab. Cheers, everybody. Last dab of the night. And it's dedicated to all of you. Thank you. That was damn close, Ziggy. That was damn close. If you get dab in your face, that's not your fault. Or that's not my fault. Or you could get in my lap or do something. I'm just worried about set the cat on fire. He is definitely fucking got minorly singed from doing shit like that and walking in my hash. Just getting huge dabs blown in his face. This is your doing. You knew I was dabbing. Oh. Well, I got a little distracted on that one. Neandercats. What a catastrophe. Um, Almost, right? You got all your whiskers? That's what he always does is burn off his whiskers. I also had my pressure cooker on my fucking stove, and I have a flame stove, and he fucking just like decides to walk against it, like on a place where he could easily have gone a different way or jumped up at a different way, and he like singes half of his hair and his whiskers. And I'm like, you had to have known that was hot, dude. Like you fucking why? I can't not cook that there. Like it's a fucking giant heated pot. It's got to be fucking like 300 degrees or something. It's fucking I don't know. I don't know how hot that giant pressure cooker gets, but it's fucking a giant death bomb, and I don't want him jumping near it. Leo, I love this. Well, as long as he stays safe, I do too. All right, Neandercats. He may be a pyromaniac like me. Oh yeah, but do you set yourself on fire? You just sit there. Oh, that's hardcore. Or are you like one of those people who gets a haircut with fire? Because that's pretty. I don't know what the hell they're doing either. I could not handle that. You could give me the best haircut of my life with fire, and I would not be happy. I'm like, yeah, but it smells bad, dude. I don't like this. I do like fire, and as a child, I definitely liked fire, which is actually one of the signs of being a serial killer. I think they just most serial killers like or like most people's thing, and most people like fire. So there's a lot of commonalities between you, me, and some guy who eats people's faces because he thinks it's tasty or whatever. I'm sure it's more than that. Eating someone's face, you gotta have a couple of reasons, right? Anyway, Leo, my friend touched the banger the first time she dabbed. I've been high and definitely bumped it many times. I don't have any burns on me, so not in the last 6 months or so, because they'll stick with you, dude. And yeah, you get a lot of burns in this. But yeah, dude, I was dabbing before you got there. Sorry. um, that sucks. The first time she was like, "No." Wait, I was like, "No, you were dumb." Well, I mean, Especially on your first stab, you should have someone like babysitting you. Probably should not be like somewhere where you're inhaling the fucking fumes. I have a lot of airflow in this room right now, fucking in an open window, which is nice because you shouldn't ever chief yourself out with butane. It's not the dabs, it's the butane. Oh, Leo, I can't imagine when I'll start blowing glass. That's what I was just thinking too. I'm like, blowing glass, you gotta just destroy your hands. Everyone I know. Neandercats, oof, yeah, no shit. Oh, right. So we got one more in here. Let's see if we get a shot of that. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go be stoned and eat food, fucking watch TV in a half comatose state after that one. Oh, yeah, you can see that one's a lot more yellow and golden. The other one was a lot clearer and kind of like I don't know, clear. It's like clear, man. Definitely still smokable, if you ask me. Oh, I forgot to share pictures. We're gonna share pictures and then call it a night. Hopefully, whoever shared pictures is either still with us or we'll watch it later. What do we got? We got 2 pictures. All right. Well, 2 people sent pictures. I can't breathe. Nope. 4 pictures from 1 person. But they're cute. All right. Is that kitten? Kitten got fostered. Look at a kitten. That's a cute kitten. Leo, that's also a nice technique for real. I'm gonna use that reclaim next time. Did I just stick it to my hair? Yes, I did. I knew it. I knew it. Don't do that though. Oh, nice. Got it off there. That sucked. I knew it when I came back. For some reason, I'm like, fuck. I got a puppo. I like this new camera. It actually zooms in. I like Logitech items for the most part, but their fucking webcams suck. Never buy one. Yeah, this one's way better. Look at those cute kitties. Look at those cute kitties. All right. Oh, yeah. Broken pieces. Yep. Ugh. I got a request. There's one. Okay. Okay. From Lunatic Frog. Oh, that's that great guava. Look at that great guava. That's looking good. That's looking pretty flame. Oh, oh man. The breathing. Oh. All right. Well, if I could breathe, I guess I could. Do I even have any pot? Yeah, I got a little bit of pot here. I guess I could at least take one hit for it on the way out. It will remind me to take this bong with me also. All right. Mr. Ziggy came to say goodbye to all you lovely people. As always, like, share, and fucking subscribe. I haven't said that in forever because I don't really care. As long as you show up and hang out, that's more important to me than if you do. Just know I'm always here every Saturday evening. I'm glad that my hair got it because Ziggy would have got it right there. And it's harder to get that hash joint off of Ziggy than it is my own hair. We will use our high five dab, or not dab, or stir tool, dump that bowl, give Ziggy a high five right on his face, and let's dump this stuff in here. All right. This one's for the gold, guys. Have a good night. Oh, and the puppy even had some time to say good night, too. Want to say one last good night for everybody? One last good night? All right. Dropping everything. Leo, good night. Good chatting with you so much. Give me one hop up. One hop up. Oh, you're fine. There's a dog here. She says good night too. Yeah. You want to just pop up for a second? Oh, she's too excited. Too excited. Too excited. She says she loves you. Oh, Phoenix says she loves all of you so much. All right. Yep, I'm going to call it a night. You got a cat, got a dog. They say good night. Good night to you and your cats, and your dogs, and everything that you care about. Hold on to it tight. Enjoy it while it's here. Much love from me and mine to you and yours. Oh, baby puff after that fucking dab. Jesus. Have a good night, everybody. Take it easy. Keep it keefy. See you next week.